at the spotter spark off the left there. They're doing a nice live stream right now.
All right, we'll give them a good wave.
Fly from ahead, cleared for takeoff.
Go ahead, clear for takeoff, watch your right.
Welcome to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport, the gateway to the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota, home to the second busiest Delta hub, the operational headquarters of Sun Country Airlines, a low-cost carrier and a hometown favorite. And our airport is also home to one of the top spotting areas in the country for aviation enthusiasts. And we open up on this magnificent Monday afternoon from the aircraft viewing area at the end of Cargo Road. So you can see the skyline of Minneapolis glistening in the sunshine off in the distance. And we are looking forward to what should be a phenomenal day to do some live plane spotting from MSP International Airports.
Where did you say to stop?
It's on 4 short of Quebec there.
Okay, thanks.
And folks, if you are just joining us, pleased to meet you. My name is Alex Renning, executive producer of MSP Airport Live. I'll be walking you through all the action here today, but I am not alone in the live plane spotting festivities as well. As just arriving here for our show start, special guest and co-host RJ Bean will be joining us here in just a moment. And we welcome her onto the show. How you doing, RJ? Good to see you again today, and ready for some plane spotting.
Oh yeah, I just landed.
Just landed right as I pressed start stream. She showed up over here at the viewing area.
Well, it's either this or I'm just hanging around at home today. So, oh yeah, I just got that good whiff of jet fuel. Oh, the drive out here, that was worth it.
Yeah, certainly. It is.
And it was just good timing because as I got out here and I came under the tunnel for going under runway 335, 17, I had a Sun Country go by right in front of me as I was about to go under the tunnel as they were rolling for their takeoff. And it was a Tide Pod.
There you go. That's one thing that you will always see at MSP Airport whenever you show up here. Love the bright and vibrant Tide Pod livery. How are we all doing today? That's what I want to know as we begin a brand new week here in the month of March, and one that's 64 degrees Fahrenheit. It's shorts and t-shirt weather for us up here in Minnesota. I don't know about you folks, wherever you're watching our broadcast from today. I know it's shorts and t-shirt weather for myself. There's a nice breeze as well in addition to that. And hello, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Alex. That's RJ. So we do have some additional Delta Heavy departures and arrivals that we're going to show for our viewers today. I was looking at the flight boards earlier, and, well, we might be having a more interesting Monday than originally is expected with spotting on a Monday. Typically, it's a little bit slow, but today it's a little bit busier for a Monday. So, and of course, with the great weather, we thought, hey, why not? We're going to come out here and we're going to do a live plane spotting show. What are you looking forward to today?
Well, just anything that comes our way.
I'm sure you're really excited for those A330-300s that are going to be departing later.
Oh, I'm always.
Oh, yeah, we're excited for the A330s. And you know what? That is also a good cue.
41 Minneapolis,
yeah, of course, if you were just joining us, I'm Alex Redding alongside RJ Bean, co-host of MSP Live. RJ joins us today, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at our notable arrivals and departures presented in part by Jet Set Shirts. We'll take a look at our notable arrivals first here, RJ, as you look at the arrivals board. Delta 120 Heavy is running a little bit late today from Tokyo Haneda with the A330-900neo. Then we've also got Delta 170 Heavy with the A350-900 from Seoul around 5:13 p.m. Then we've got Delta 2203 with an A330-900 scooting in from Detroit. Now, it departed to DTW earlier today. They're probably just kicking the tires a little bit before they send it on another long-haul service. Don't know what the case is with them sending such a huge piece of equipment on such a short domestic turn between hubs. But hey, you know what? That's more heavies. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, we'll take any heavy we can get, right?
100%. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our notable departures, presented also by our wonderful friends Jet Set Shirts.
Turn right, contact ground point enter.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few Delta notables today. We have Delta 160, 152, and Delta 10 heavies, all with A330 equipment. And we've also got the Delta Thank You livery. It's going to be departing to Orlando, Florida, around 3:52 p.m. So we should get the departure here pretty soon. Should be a nice highlight to kind of front load the beginning portion of our show. And then, of course, we've got Delta 9966. It's a non-rev flight to Detroit with the A330-900.
Number 4881, Minneapolis ground, runway 30 right, taxi via Papa.
Oh, I did pretty good on my ETA when I let you know and confirmed I had started my flight/drive to get out here, didn't I? Those, us darn airline people, we do like to run on time.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Zachary, absolutely. More than willing to give you a shout-out. Zachary says, hey, Alex, big question for you. Could you give me a shout-out? Absolutely, always willing to do that. Also, folks, let us know where you're watching from today. Would love to see that. By the way, now, I pointed it out amongst our crew following the conclusion of our last short touch-and-go program that captured the Antonov 124 departure. But we are right on the cusp of hitting 5,000 subscribers, and we need your help because we will get to that mark. If you guys want to feed us some ideas as to what we should do for a 5,000 subscriber special, let us know. Because we might hit that today on this live installment of MSP Airport Live. Super crazy to think about where the channel's come in the last year and a half.
Oh, for sure.
Sooner than planned, Spirit 609, Spirit 3904, maps ground, push approved, runway 17.
Well, at the reopening of the museum, you do have now a couple of cups that you could use to make something put in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How you doing, Elias? Elias Lund.
Strict 5590.
Checking in from Duluth, Minnesota. We're at 63 degrees.
Oh, geez, it's just as warm up there as it is here?
Yeah.
Whoa. And then, of course, looking at our extended forecast, we do have a little bit of a cool down actually coming our way, in addition to the fact that Friday could be an interesting day. I don't think to the extent as it was last week, but there is rain in the forecast that could turn over to snow. So I'm not sure what the latest is on that forecast because I haven't checked the forecast since I got up for the day today. So
say that again.
Check on that later.
Okay, yeah, 570 is up with you going in with
Anything at this point in time with that kind of weather is a very, very wet snow.
Not open, let me know before you pass Tango.
So when it comes to snow removal, whether you're having it done or you're doing it yourself, it's like shoveling water.
Kilo cross runway 4, company on 4.
So it's a lot heavier. You really got to be careful about the shoveling because of that extra weight. Don't try to
cross runway 4,
pick
Lima
up
3,
and
hold short
throw
runway
a
17.
full shovel full of snow all at once.
Yeah,
So divide it up.
All right, I'm going to cut off of that view. It's a little bit windy with our main camera just high up on the tripod today. A lot more gustier than it was earlier. And with the winds picking up. Now, we were on a mixed flow when we started setting up here today, which means that we have 30 left arrivals, 30 right, and 17 departures, but it looks like that might shift. So we might get departures headed off to 30 left because we're over 10 knot gusts.
2591, runway 30 right, taxi via Papa.
But the other thing is it really depends on what kind of a crosswind that the pilots are really preferring when filing their flight plan, and also what limitations that aircraft can have too with the crosswind component, because there certainly is a little bit of a crosswind component here today from what I'm observing.
Yep, check
Make
out
things a little extra interesting, as crosswind always tends to do.
windsock.
Thank you, Brittany, for tuning in. Brittany says it's fake spring today.
75, monitor
Yes.
tower, 1, 2, 3.
Especially considering the fact that we're supposed to get more snow in the forecast. And of course, that does not surprise me after living here for such a long time. Minnesota, you get really used to March snowstorms.
Well, we got it last week, as it
We did.
traditionally can happen during the boys hockey tournament, which unfortunately my high school alma mater did make it to the 2A final, but did not in the end win it. So, but they need to be proud for making it as far as they did.
Ronald Alexander, thank you so much for tuning in today, buddy. Good to see you on the broadcast. Great to see all of you.
So 2593,
And have
Minneapolis,
tuned
runway
in.
17. 25 ground, give way to company left, right on tier. Give way to company on the left.
Good afternoon, Philip. Good to hear from you. Philip is one of our live aviation colleagues over in southern Germany and Switzerland, broadcasting from Munich International Airport and also Zurich as well. Hello, Alex and chat. I streamed today, and I am having a nice Monday. I hope everyone is doing good. Well, I hope you're having a great Monday, Philip. Hope the stream went well. Craig Foster, thank you so much for tuning in today. Craig says, great job, guys. Grew up in Minnesota, but now live in Tampa.
Ooh.
Still love MSP. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, buddy. Good to see you today. Hope your Monday's doing all right. It's a fantastic day. Brandon Baker, good afternoon, Alex. Hope you have a great day. Well, thank you so much. Good afternoon to you, Brandon, and hope you're having a good Monday as well. I know that we are here at MSP Airport, and this weather is just amazing.
Considering it's only the 10th of March.
I know, right?
Mike 6, enter Echo.
Crazy to think. Crazy to think.
Flat heading, 17 for takeoff.
Push approved,
All
17,
things
push
considered, there
everyone.
still is some snow out here. I know a lot of it has disappeared in my yard. The pile behind us that people were using the other day to stand on top of for the Antonov arrival and departure is still there, but probably not as high as it was.
I'm going to swing around and get that here in just a second. But first, we're going to go over our op start for today. This gives you a little bit of a visual of where that traffic is coming from or going to. And of course, that red flag pin, that's where we are in relation to everything here at MSP Airport. That's where the viewing area is. It's right in the middle of the airport, and not a whole lot of public viewing areas can lay claim to that. So we're very thankful to have access to such a wonderful piece of real estate here at MSP that the MAC has so generously provided for the community. And you look at the parallels, both are in use today. 30 left primarily for arrivals, 30 right, the north parallel. On the north side of Terminal 2, that'll handle departures, as well as 17, which is handling departures. It mostly handles departures.
5593, Mike 6, cross from right point.
It's a Haley's Comet if you ever do see an arrival on 17, but most of the time, it's 99% departures. So that's a quick look at our
Mission Charlie and Romeo's current Minneapolis.
op struck here today. Ops chart was something that Micah and I were working on, creating the graphics for that and getting a layout, because we really felt like that's another piece to the broadcast to help kind of explain action that we were missing, and so good to have those.
Confirm that was Alpha 3 for Delta 2593.
Correct.
Alpha 3, ultra 30 left, forward.
3407, turn right heading 230, 230, contact departure.
Ground, Fairwing 3904, taxi with
Sun 3904, runway 17 taxi via Papa, Mike cross runway 4, hold short, runway 30 left.
Papa Mike cross 4, hold short, 30 left, on our way to 17, 03904.
So the 2593, monitor tower 126.7.
126.7,
All right, let's get to some spotting, shall we, RJ?
Absolutely.
I'm ready to do it. It's a great day outside.
3904, company waits for you.
2593 Minneapolis Tower, right Alpha 3, cross runway 30 left, join Whiskey. Exit cross 30 left, Alpha 3, join
I
Whiskey.
think we've already got to line up and wait over here at T2.
1 runway 17 taxi via Delta, hold short, runway 30 left.
If you're on a
Delta hold short.
Sun Country arrival at the moment, you might have a little bit of a delay getting into
Yeah,
your
722 mass
gate.
traffic, cruise runway 30 right.
4 turn left.
Well, here's
Take
another
ground
Sun
point
Country
runway
arrival,
22
RJ.
Alright, left on 22, ground point
And that's from Orlando. Sun
But,
Country
1471, your release is
344.
between 02 and 05, time is 5:06. You can monitor tower 126.7.
Roger, Roll Shower 267, 14.7 left. Ground point 244 off on
344 miles ground router taxi via 22 Tango Delta. Do you know if it's open? I can't see it back there.
Tango, Delta, and pull out off the call.
So where's this Sun Country 737 coming from? Oh, that's right. You said Orlando. My bad.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, they came in. They came in out of the south. I was zooming in on my flight radar app on my phone. I was curious what their approach might have been today.
And of course, we've got our Swiss
runway 2,
fuel truck.
That's one of the things I had to do before coming out today. Is I had to fuel up the car.
Delta cross 30 left on
Live
Whiskey, cross runway
gas
22, Delta,
that I call
1431.
jet fuel.
Love the smell of jet fuel in the morning.
Always.
taxi via Whiskey, and we are clear across runway 4. We'll look for the Delta bus. It's at 767.
Here's a Spirit Airlines A320neo arriving north side on 30 right from Orlando, Florida.
Another one. Actually, I think that one is a departure. Or is there two? There's two.
Nope, you're right. It is a departure. Whoops.
Yeah.
767, that's Delta bus, no factor.
Roger, check at 767, 17 via Whiskey. We're clear across 4.
It happens.
So they're going to strut their stuff all the way over here and flash that banana bus and that Spirit branding right in front of the viewing area, which is going to be great. And there really is some magnificent light out here today, and it's going to remain mostly clear. Now, there are a few clouds about, but really more high-altitude stuff. And, of course, we've also got the Delta Thank You livery now departing for Orlando, Florida. As stated in our open with our notable arrivals and departures on those flight boards, here's a Delta 717.
3904 Minneapolis Tower, Mike cross runway 3
An
left,
ex-Airtran
Whiskey,
aircraft on taxiway Whiskey headed to 17 for departure.
Cross 30 left, Whiskey, and then what did you say?
The Airbus waits for 3904.
Airbus wait, thank you.
Up to 2593 behind Spirit. Behind Spirit.
Former Airtran.
This is off to Chicago O'Hare. This is Delta Flight 1471.
Target estimated at Tango with 8 out, 30 left. And 732 Tango, Minneapolis Tower, wind 23011, runway 30 left, clear to land. 30 left, clear to land, you're at 732.
And here is November 391 Delta November, better known as the Delta Thank You livery, A321-200, off to Orlando, Florida.
Sun Country 344, looks like one is occupied on the vision. Of course, you use the next couple of minutes. So we'll figure
Sun Country 344, turn right on Delta, right on Charlie, short of Sierra.
right on Delta, and
Right on Charlie, short of Sierra, Sun Country 344.
right Delta, right Charlie, short of Sierra.
Mobile 10 Minneapolis ground. And you're in the RSA or clearly.
How ironic would it be if we've already crossed the 5,000 subscriber mark? And, well, this is my message to all of you. Regardless of that, thank you for tuning in.
Okay, but you're going to be on the RSA, is that correct? Okay, thanks. There's a question. There's a question.
All right, and we also have a NetJets charter flight off to OPF Airport in Miami. It's a Bombardier Challenger 350 that has the assignment.
722, runway 30 right, taxi via Delta Pop.
30 right via Delta Pop.
At 3495 Minneapolis Tower, 12310, runway 30 right, clear to land.
This Bombardier Challenger 350, 11 years old, delivered in 2014 to whoever the buyer was.
For 3904, runway 17, line up await.
Line up await 17, spirit wing 3904.
Yeah, but we see the NetJet charters, the FlexJet charters, all that fun stuff here at MSP. Speaking of FlexJet, there's a FlexJet charter that arrived earlier in the day from Chicago Midway with an Embraer Praetor 500.
Oscar 3092, taxi Mike Papa, cross runway 22, monitor ground point enter.
Papa.
So we have a United A320 inbound in charge of flight 732 Tango from Denver.
Runway 17, Sun Country 617.
Spirit 3904, fly right heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 17, runway heading Spirit 3904.
Delta 2593, runway 17, line up await.
Jet kills 80.
Understood, Sky 00200, contact departure. United 732 Tango, turn right at Mike, contact ground point enter. Get in.
Right on Mike, ground point 9er, United 732 Tango. Ground United 732 Tango on Mike, going to gate Echo 7.
732 Tango Minneapolis ground, taxi via Mike 6, cross runway 4, Delta to the gate.
Mike 6, cross runway 4, Delta to the gate, United 732 Tango.
Jet 767 Minneapolis Tower, runway 17, line up await.
Approved, about 30 left of it. Yes, please, 6 Delta, 14.
Ooh, that's a good gust.
Right turn 200 going to the Fort Spirit 3704 or 3904.
Now, if we had a shift in the winds, RJ, that would have been in line for 30 left, 30 right, we'd get arrivals and departures on 30 left and 30 right as well.
30 left, clear to land.
Yeah, that would have been nice to have seen our thank you special livery head out from in front of us, but they just rotated off of 17 behind us, and they're climbing out.
Country 570, taxi Charlie 2 and Delta to gate 1 able.
Charlie 2, Delta, gate 1 able, Sun Country 570.
Delta 2593, turn right heading 200, 200, contact departure.
We'll see what side they come in on, but we do have a mosquito.
All right, push approved for 377. We are going to require 30 left today for performance.
377, roger, plan that, 30 left.
Thanks.
Delta 377, that is our A321neo departure to Anchorage, Alaska, so we'll have that departure coming up right around the bend. We will also see all of our heavy departures tonight, too. The heavies have to use 30 left in this situation. Now, if the heavies are light enough, they could go off 17, and that's happened once in a blue moon, but they're usually loaded pretty full. So we're going to get those departures over here.
On departure, taxi via Delta Tango cross runway 4 through the cargo area.
Remember to change their clocks so they went to bed Saturday night, because now with the being on daylight savings, we have more daylight.
Runway 4 through the cargo kilo.
Made me freak out for a second that the atomic clock at our computer wasn't changed. Of course, it automatically does, and then remembered, oh, yeah.
Are you guys the MSP Airport live channel? Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, what's your lesson?
Switch at 767, turn right heading 200, 200, contact departure.
Oh, actually, it's the 360.
G1023 approved as requested. Jet 722 Minneapolis Tower at the departure end, turn right heading 360, runway 30 right, over takeoff. Got 3843, next ground. You need 30 left for weight, is it? Performance, roger. Runway 30 left for departure, taxi via Quebec, Charlie, and Alpha. 1442, 30 left, taxi via Alpha. 30 left via Alpha, that's 1442. G1023, taxi Mike Sierra November, hold short runway 17.
Mike Sierra November, short 17.
Secretary 617, you cut through the 17 pad to join Kilo and switch over to tower. Have a nice day.
Cut through the 17 pad and then over the tower, Secretary 617.
There's the mosquito. Buzzes.
For Bemidji Aviation.
Jet 722, fly north, contact departure.
Flight.
Yeah, I was just about to point that out. Nice one, RJ.
Tower 21012, runway 30 left, good
Darn it. Yep, that's Delta 377.
Have you flown to Anchorage before?
Yes, I have.
Nice.
At November,
When was the last time you did, or the only time?
Well, I was much younger because back in those days and times. We had a summer as a family that we went out to LA, stayed on the Queen Mary, did Disneyland, you know, that sort of thing, came home, and a few days later we left out of here and went to Anchorage for a few days.
Oh, nice.
And of course we flew doing it out of here. And I know there was one time I asked my mom, why did we ever do those trips so close together? I mean, we were literally only home here for a few days. Her answer basically was, oh, we didn't have anything else to do.
Sun Country 617 Minneapolis Tower.
So, you know, we could fly that way when we could at that time, so why not? So it was all four of us, both my mom, my dad, and my older brother, so off we went. And that mosquito was really loud back higher behind us.
We hear you guys.
Maybe they don't like us calling them a mosquito.
They probably call it that. I don't think they mind one bit. Yeah, the people that fly for Bemidji, I ran into one of their pilots once at the viewing area. They're a fun bunch. They're a fun bunch of folks. So we're going to have a departure here off on 30 left, Delta 1442, with an A321-200 off to a Las Vegas Harry Reid International Airport.
You're going to be, I don't know if you're going to pick this up or not, but we've got somebody about to fly right over us.
G3023 mass ground, runway 30 left.
Oh, I see him. That's Delta 120 Heavy.
Turn right setting 220, this frequency.
Trying to pick out where they are on the viewfinder here. Oh, wait a minute.
Mass ground, push approved, plan runway 17.
There they are.
Ground up
Here's
77, we're ready to taxi.
Delta 120 Heavy on the downwind.
Delta and Alpha, you can cut the corner to Alpha as you're able.
30 left arrival. It's going to fly right over MSP. Look at this.
Caster 843, follow the 321 leaving Fox 14, please.
This is sweet. So everybody on board that has a window can look out and see us down here because this is where they're about to touch down to.
Yeah, now they're right over us. The camera can't get them. They went right exactly over our position.
Yeah, if I lean back too much more to tilt my head back, I'm going to fall. Of course, they got to head a little bit more southeast and past the airport so they can get into the approach pattern for final.
Country 617, thanks Bill. Turn right heading 230, contact departure. Get in.
I'm glad I looked up and saw that. I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye coming this way.
Nice catch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oofta. You betcha.
Got another Bemidji aircraft.
1323.
This one on its way out to Thief River Falls, Minnesota.
We'll join whiskey behind you.
Touch at 951, turn left behind the Beach 99, taxi whiskey in the
Yeah, and as I
signature,
get
just
back
monitor
to
ground point enter.
state parks and hiking club trails and so on, it's the northern part of the state now that I need to go explore in order to do that because I've done everything south of here.
Delta 2983,
So it'll
map
be a
of tower,
first to get up into those
12310,
areas of the
gust
state.
18, runway 30 right, clear line.
I'm also contemplating a vacation up there this summer myself to the Duluth area.
And when
And to the North Shore as well.
Oh yeah, especially the state parks up there. They're awesome.
Tetegucci State Park is my second favorite. My favorite is Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore in Michigan. And then a very close second. Tateguchi State Park.
1323, if you like Whiskey 3, advise Tower 26-7, it is available.
Yeah, there's a trail up in that park. It's got a separate trailhead to start from, but it's the trail that involves Bean and Bear Lake.
Energy 1323, Minneapolis Tower, runway 30 left at Whiskey 3.
I've seen
Fly ready,
pictures
so for takeoff.
from people that have done that trail,
Ground push approved, plan runway 17.
and it's just out of this world.
Delta 880, Minneapolis Tower, 123.010.
I know I've shared what I've been
runway
through
30
and what
left,
I
clear to
did, but it's kind of at a point now where I would tell people, well, come on up and I'll show you. I'll show you Minnesota and you'll see why.
Yeah. Bring you know what. Famous quote from NBA All-Star player, a starter on the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
And I know when I get to the point where I get to finish up my hiking club book, it's going to be along the North Shore.
Nice.
Go stay up at Lutsen.
Delta 377, Minneapolis Tower, full length.
That'll be my base camp.
Turn right, heading 360, 360, runway 30 left, so for takeoff.
Runway 4. 17, thanks. And which gate are you leaving?
Hotel 1.
Each one, all right, very good. Country 344, as your company passes, right to left to make the right turn, steer into it.
After the company, Sierra Charlie, Sun Country, correct, Charlie Sierra, Sun Country 344.
Energy 1323, turn
So
right,
Alex, I
heading
need to
340,
share a
340.
comment from as it relates to what we were just chatting about from Leah Kozlowski. I'm from Petrosky, Michigan. I know Sleeping Bear Dunes very well. It's beautiful. Live here in Bloomington now.
Nice. All right, here's Delta 377 off to Anchorage, Alaska with a 321 Neo.
Runway 30 right, clear to land.
Oh, better get my right arm, shoulder, hand, you know what, ready. We've got a Northwest former Red Tail coming in on final from Fort Myers.
Entry
It's Delta
572, Minneapolis Tower, 122.012, Gulf 18, traffic.
757-300 on very short final. About to make contact
Delta
with 30
377,
left for
contact
arrival.
departure. Okay.
Over departure, you 2, Delta 377.
Delta 2983, contact ground point enter.
1025, runway 17, taxi Quebec, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short of runway 30 left.
Okay, Mike. Cross 4, short, 30 left. Delta 25.
5 mile funnel.
And 30 right, that's where
2983 afternoon, taxi Papa to 13.
And ground, Southwest 2185, we are ready to taxi with Romeo.
2185, runway 17, make the left turn, use Tango, cross runway 4, through the 17 pad, join Kilo.
Okay, we'll make a left turn, join Tango, cross runway 4, and through the pad, we'll join Kilo out to runway 17, Southwest 2185.
Ooh, she's got a long rollout.
Delta 120 heavy
salute.
Minneapolis Tower, runway 30 left,
gets
clear to
two.
land, wind 22012, Gulf 18. Delta 880 right turn, contact ground point enter.
Right, 0.9, Delta 880.
They Must be pretty full today.
Fly ready. Runway 30 left. Go for takeoff.
Coming back from Mickey Mouse Land.
Delta 880, may have contact the Alpha Cross, runway 4 and Delta.
Oh, Fort Myers.
Alpha
That
Cross,
wasn't even
runway
close. I
4,
couldn't
Delta,
remember.
Fox 50, Delta
If I said
880.
Orlando, I beg your pardon. We see a lot of 753s go from here to Orlando.
Yeah, this one was a rare. So not from Orlando.
Minneapolis Tower. Fly ready. 217. Go for takeoff.
So all that extra noise is coming from behind us. That's a Southwest flight 2185 headed to Chicago Midway, passing by through the cargo facility for
Delta 2884.
UPS
turn
and
left, ground
FedEx.
49er.
They head over to runway 17.
That departure on 30 left, bound for Green Bay, Wisconsin.
SkyWest
CRJ 900LR, charge of flight 3843.
Monitor tower 126.6.
Next up, we've got Sun Country 572 from Cancun, Mexico, the 737-800, about to touch down on runway 30 left.
Straight ahead, Mike Hotel Alpha Cross, runway 4.
And then behind them, and they are in sight, is our Delta 120 A330-900 that just flew over us a few minutes ago from Tokyo, Haneda.
I'm sorry.
Country 572. Turn left. Contact ground 49er. Kidding. Delta 1025, may I have to amend the instructions? Bravo, Alpha 10, hold short, runway 30 left.
Bravo Alpha 10, short 30 left, Delta 1025.
I'm figure 572 on Delta for Hotel 4.
572, Mexican, roger. Taxi Delta Tango Charlie and Charlie 1 into park.
Right, Delta Tango Charlie and Charlie 1 in the park, 572.
Chicago 4 on Charlie, hold short of Charlie 1. Gas 39, 12 minutes ground, afternoon, push approved, climb runway 30 right.
Right heading 200, 200, contact departure.
Afternoon, push approved, plan runway 30 right. Secretary 603, Minneapolis ground, what's the gate?
Charlie 4, second 572.
And then advise.
Down.
61 minutes ground, push approved. Secretary 607 minutes ground, hold the push, I'll call you right back. I got one to park next door. Hold push 607. Gas 39, 12 minutes ground, push approved.
We're heavy.
And Sun Country 607, once company parks next door at 4, your push is approved.
Delta 120 heavy, turn right at Alpha 9er, join Alpha, contact ground 49er.
Alright, Alpha 9er, join Alpha, point 9er, Delta 120.
Secretary 572, short of Charlie 1, confirm the gate.
Yeah, short of Charlie 1, they just moved us to Hotel 5 now, second 572.
Okay, fair enough. Short of Charlie 1, they're just going to push back.
Short of Charlie 1, second 572.
607, I'm sure
Well,
you
they
heard there.
really
They're gonna
went
park at your
long.
gate, so your push is approved. New slot quota 2430, 2430.
Alright, push approved, and squawk 2430, Sun Country 607.
Okay, Super Tug 4, you steer onto runway 4, and I'll have more. So the 120 heavy maps contact CB Alpha cross runway 4, what was the gate? Golf what?
Alpha, Alpha, cross 4.
Golf 8, thanks.
And their flight time today was
taxis up.
a little under 11 hours, about 10 hours.
345, thanks, runway 17 on departure, taxi. Let's go via Delta Tango cross runway. Actually, right turn, don't look to the left. The Delta Tango cross runway 4 through the cargo area. Traffic on runway 4, we'll wait for you.
Alright, Delta Tango cross 4 through the cargo area. Sun Country 345.
Looks like the departures are started to head our way on 30 left.
Charlie 2 to Charlie short of Tango. So Charlie 2 down to Delta, and then left turn Delta, hold short of runway 30 left.
Yeah, I see one on the move down there, headed to BWI, which is Baltimore.
Delta 4, use runway 4, right turn Charlie 2, then Delta, hold short of runway 30 left.
Close up, it's going to be an A321-2.
Delta 782, minutes ground, push approved.
Clear to push, Delta 782.
At second glance, actually, they're coming in, so
right turn Charlie 2, Delta, hold short of runway 30 left at Delta.
I'd be prematurely excited for just a second. Apologies, folks.
Delta.
Oh, they came in on the north parallel.
Tug 4, affirmative, down to Delta, hold short of runway 30 left at Delta. Delta, short of 30 left at Delta. Super 4. Super Tug 4, thank you. Got 3912. Got 3912, runway 30 right on departure, taxi via Papa. Super Tug 4, monitor tower 126.7. Delta 1661, Roger, you can taxi around your company head, pushing off a 1, runway 30 left, taxi Quebec Charlie Alpha.
Quebec Charlie Alpha, the 30 left will go right.
Secretary 663, minutes ground, push approved.
Push approved, Secretary 663. Ground Secretary 607, Romeo, right taxi.
Secretary 607, Minneapolis ground, Roger, right turn taxi, runway 17, via Delta Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4.
Delta Sierra Kilo,
Steve, thank you so much for the $5 super chat.
Secretary 572
Been
is
to
your
the
company.
viewing area a few times. How do you have your
Make the left
cameras
turn
set
in.
up so close to the fence? Well, actually, they're a fair bit back. In fact, they're twice the minimum distance away that is required by law
3912, Minneapolis Tower, runway
here
30
at the
right,
viewing
line up 40,
area.
nose on final.
You're supposed to maintain a 6-foot perimeter or clearance of the fence. We are back way more than that. We also have very tall support systems for our cameras too, that we can clear those viewing obstructions to give you a clean view of the action.
Discuss 3680, taxi Charlie Papa, actually contact ground point enter.
How's it going, Liam? Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Contact
Glad you
ground
could
point
make our
enter.
live plane
3680.
spotting program on this magnificent Monday.
Discuss 3912, turn right heading 350, 350, runway 30 right, go for takeoff.
In taxi, Papa to Charlie 21.
Papa to Charlie 21, Skyler 3680.
Tug 4, Minneapolis Tower at Delta, cross runway 30 left, continue to the gate, monitor point enter on the other side.
Cross 30 left, Tug 4, gate, point 9.
Delta 2116, turn right on runway 4, contact ground point enter.
Alright, can we take Mike Delta 2116?
We're looking
No
at
problem,
Delta
Delta
Flight
2116, turn right at Mike, right turn Alpha,
from
cross runway
Phoenix.
22, contact ground point enter when you get a chance.
Mike Alpha, cross
One of the
22,
many
ground point 9.
A321s that Delta has in service today.
It's the Cadillac of the Delta fleet.
Delta 782.
782,
And here's Air Canada. No, correction. Delta connection off to Duluth.
Hold short of runway 30 left.
Then to Duluth.
Sorry, runway 17, Quebec. Mike, cross 4, we'll hold short of 30 left, Delta 782.
Tower winds 220 at 11, gust 20, runway 30 left, clear to land.
It's an Embraer 175
Runway
LR.
30, right?
In charge of flight 3912 for SkyWest.
2116 Alpha.
It's a north side departure on 30 right.
Delta 2116, Minneapolis ground. Shoes head to Charlie Gate.
Charlie 11, Delta 2116.
Delta 2116, roger. Join Delta short of Charlie 6, please.
Delta short of Charlie 6, Delta 2116.
Delta 2116, make the turn Charlie 6, Charlie, and pop into the gate.
Charlie 6, Charlie, pop into the gate, Delta 21.
How's it going, Daniel? Thank you so much for tuning in. Daniel Swanson says, hey guys, well, right back at you. Hello, Daniel. Super cool person to get to know, by the way.
Turn right heading 200.
Ran into him a couple of times here out at the viewing area and
Delta 780,
got into
200,
some
tower 126.7.
really interesting conversations.
782.
Love chatting with the folks that come to say hi when we're out here at the viewing area.
Push complete, we have Romeo taxi.
And of course, always in the live chat, too.
Across runway 4.
Actually, runway 170 at Delta.
I remember back when you'd get my dad and my uncle together, Alex.
93 pushes approved if you didn't get
Those
it.
two would just never stop.
Pushes approved, pushes inside.
3796,
Their
Minneapolis ground, runway 30 right for departure,
aviation
taxi,
and
Papa.
flying related, it was just endless.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a lull here for arrivals, but they're out there, they're coming. Our next arrival on 30 left is in sight on final from Fort Myers. It's going to be Sun Country Flight 384, a Tide Pod.
Turn right heading 230, contact departure. Got 384, turn left, got a ground point enter.
Left ground, point 9, Sun Country 384.
Got 3796 minutes there, 123013, gust 20, flight runway heading 30 right, clear for takeoff.
4, taxiway Charlie, parking Hotel 8.
734 on ground, taxi via Charlie, Charlie 2.
Charlie 2 to park, Sun Country 384.
Tower traffic's on a 5.5 mile final, runway 30
Just working on
left,
adjusting a
final
couple things here, folks, as we continue to roll. Thank you so much for tuning into our
1661,
live plane spotting coverage here from
13,
Minneapolis,
gust
St.
20.
Paul.
Still 1661, hold short of 30 left, let me know.
RJ, we did it!
Yeah!
We did it. 5,000 subscribers. Want to send a super duper thank you to all of you.
Proud to have
Steve
been
pointing that out.
proud to have been a part of the
5K.
stream when it happened.
Still 2349,
Keep 'em
Minnesota,
coming.
departing head, wind 230.
Green Goblin saying hello from Croatia. Nice.
Whoa.
Welcome to Minnesota.
13, gust 20.
A land of more than 10,000 lakes.
Oh, heck yeah.
Q. Looks like they're just left of the just short final, approaching at about 200 feet. Yeah, we're looking for them right now. To the left side. All right, we're looking for them.
Delta 1661, going to be using 30 left here for departure in just moments off to Portland, Oregon.
2013, gust 20, runway 30 left, middle land.
Now, RJ, we do have one more arrival in ahead of that departure off to Portland.
Yep, and they're about to touch down. It's
traffic, all them visitors who's caution. There is a large
it is
block of
American
left
flight
side, very short funnel,
2802
about
from
200 feet.
Charlotte.
Got 3796, turn right, heading 360, contact departure.
And then we've also got one coming in on short final,
Delta
approaching
1661,
the
winds now
Minnesota River on the north
22013,
parallel.
gust 20,
That'll be
runway 30
coming in
left,
from
508, traffic 6 mile funnel.
LaGuardia. Oh yeah, I
Sun
have to
Country
note that one because it,
3 minutes out, wind 22013,
it will
gust
be
20, fly runway heading runway
2349,
17,
of
clear
course,
for takeoff.
Delta, but it's a red tail. Because it's an A320.
Blue 6593, runway 30 right, taxi via Delta Papa. 30 right via Delta Papa, pushing 6593.
Mike 2002, exit at Delta or Charlie, contact ground point enter.
Delta ground point 9, American 2021.
Just 3797, Minnesota number 2, wind 22014, gust 20,
So just a
runway
little
30
extra
left,
tidbit
land
to
use
our
caution,
viewers
was
when
a
we
report of a
are
large
tracking
flock of birds.
arrivals
Short funnel
coming
off
in
the left side,
on
about 200 feet. They appear to be
the
southbound
30s, as you look off in the distance when the camera's aimed that way, is between the bluff that as far as you can see
runway 30 left, cleared for takeoff.
and the end of the runways in Highway 5 is the Minnesota River.
Yep. Because of that, we have a lot of avian visitors over here. Bald eagles, a few different species of hawks. And of course, in the wintertime, we get the snowy owls.
So when I come out here and come across the 494 bridge over the river, and then I can get a clear view of the airport here, of course, I always get really excited.
Delta 72, flight runway heading runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
I can 100% relate to you with that.
Delta 2349, turn left Charlie, or you can
get the
use
same feeling from
422,
time to
contact ground
time.
on point
Comes
9.
our flight to Portland. Rotate. Positive climb. Wheels up.
45, 23 minutes there, runway 30 right, clear to land. Delta 2349, contact via Papa. Delta 1661, thanks for the reports there for the birds. You can contact the barge, we'll see you.
And right behind him, about to touch down, is going to be Delta Flight 1860 from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, as 737-9 ER.
Address 329, expedite your taxi, and then monitor tower, 12, disregard Brickyard, disregard Blue Creek, 5593, expedite your taxi to the end. Expedite taxi, point 9 Delta.
And what is it called, Alex? Those
Delta
sharklet.
782, turn right heading 200,
Winglets?
contact
Those are
departure.
split scimitar winglets.
Runway 17, taxi via Alpha 7, hold short runway 30 left.
Alpha 7, hold
Those are some cool.
Delta 1028.
When I go to Denver, that's what I'm going to be on.
Runway
Nice.
17,
Yeah.
taxi via Quebec, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short runway 30 left.
Hold a position. The wind is 220 at 14, gust 21, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Delta 1860, we're on Alpha short of 4.
Delta 1860, Minneapolis ground, what's the gate?
1211.
Delta 1860 cross, Christian taxi via Alpha, cross runway 4.
Alpha cross 4, Delta 1860.
Delta 1028, monitor tower 6.7.
7 Delta.
Key line 5120, Minneapolis ground, push approve on a 30 right.
And now coming in, about to touch down over the Minnesota River
Watch
is
at
Delta
339,
Connection,
minutes there,
operated by
120, 13,
SkyWest
gust 21,
of
runway
St.
30
Louis.
left, line up and
It's
wind
going to
traffic,
be a
25 miles
Mitsubishi
final.
CRJ 900 LR. That flight is just
Delta
a
1860,
little
the
over an
Airbus
hour,
ahead will
hour
be,
and 8
Delta
minutes.
73 ahead will be crossing shortly.
Delta 1860.
Delta 28 minutes there, without delay, cross runway 30 left at Alpha 7, turn right on Whiskey, traffic in position and on final.
Cross 30 left at Alpha 7, we see Delta 10.
Got 3797, turn right taxi via Delta and contact ground point enter. Sherry 36 minutes there, Cautionway Terminus 5 miles behind us 737, wind 22013, gust 21, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Good land, 737,
Delta 1028, thanks for the hustle on Whiskey, cross runway 22.
Cross 22, we see Delta 1028.
Touched at 339, fly runway heading, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff.
Spirit wing 739 minutes ground, push approve, no 17.
For 17, clear wing 39.
Push 5593, minutes there, 1220.
Got a 757 headed our way, RJ.
Yes, I'm trying to. It's so bright, I'm having trouble finding it on the phone with the screen. So with this 75 that's headed our way is a salute. She's headed to Atlanta. Tail number N553 Northwest Delta Flight 1028.
41, 9 minutes ground, push approve, no 17.
Niner.
Got a biz jet departure out 30 left. And the 757-200 off to Atlanta.
Blue Streak 5593,
Well, she carries a
wind
couple of
22013,
nicknames. I know
gust
I-
21, fly runway heading,
A short time
runway
ago
30 right, clear
mentioned
for
the
takeoff.
flying pencil. She's also known as a rocket ship. Those big engines.
Number 5043,
Got the Northwest registration right on the back.
Oh yeah.
November 553, November Whiskey.
46, you can exit on the runway or you can go up to Mike there, contact ground point Niner.
We'll take Mike ground point 9, Delta 2940.
2262 minutes, runway 30 right, clear to land.
He's 23 years old, delivering in September of 2001 to Northwest.
Delta 946 on ground, turn right on Alpha, cross runway 4, and then to the gate.
I don't know if I cross runway 4 to the gate, Delta 2946.
Blue Streak 5593, turn right heading 360, contact departure, we'll see you. Denver 43 minutes there, I'm in the instructions, make the right turn on Alpha, hold short of runway 30 left at Alpha 10.
Right on Alpha, hold short of 30 left at Alpha 10, number 50, 43.
Sun Country 1813, minutes ground, push approved, runway 17.
Push approved, runway 17, 1813.
Ten 28, 123012, gust 21, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Tower 2025 is okay, 0 left.
Delta 2025, Minneapolis Tower, 123012, gust 21, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 30 left, Southwest 2025.
At 12, gust 21. Let me know what you want to do about a runway.
At 30 left is good with those winds and push approved, and we will need release for the 17.
Delta 1 heavy, roger.
Ground on point 9er.
Picture, where's your
Endeavor.
Keyline 5120, runway 30 right, taxi via Papa. Ground welcome, taxi via Whiskey.
taxi via Whiskey to Series 36?
Ten 28, turn rating 200, contact departure.
Ground Alpha 424, visual 30 left.
right, folks, thanks for sticking with us. We are back. Trying to figure out some technical things going on behind the scenes right now. Yeah, for the most part, they seem to have resolved themselves.
Sun Country 599, monitor tower 123.67.
You just let us know about that connection, and we'll continue to plug away at it.
Right, got a ground point 9. Right, turn ground point 9.
It's been a little bit spotty today.
West 4169, monitor tower 126.7. 26.7, that's 41.
So since we've got the A220 in front of us, maybe we can share the connection of the Antonov being here.
39, you'll be
so we originally thought, because we looked at the departure airport that it was flying into MSP from, our Antonov 124 visitor last week. Because Pratt & Whitney and Airbus both have manufacturing, or Pratt & Whitney has a manufacturing facility in Montreal. And because Airbus A220 aircraft get fixed here at MSP Airport's Delta Tech Ops, thought they were delivering some Pratt & Whitney engines, but turns out they were actually delivering heavy ground service equipment for a naval station in China Lake, California, and this was just a stopover. So this is after we got done broadcasting the departure.
United 2272, man's ground push approved on the 17.
So a ramper who has connections to our assistant producer, Logan Justice, was able to confirm this with his own eyes after getting a glimpse inside the cargo hold.
Go for 05, Minneapolis ground, runway 17, taxi via Gulf, full short, runway 30 right.
So that's why we never saw it open up.
100% correct. So that explains the mystery.
Taxi via Charlie, hold short, runway 30 left.
599, 123012, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Here's Southwest arriving from Chicago Midway.
2521, nose into the gate via Quebec and go in when you can.
Nose into the gate, Quebec. So 2283, turn left, got a ground point 9er.
That's point 9er, Southwest 2283.
So 4169, tower traffic 2 out, set Mike, cross runway 30 left, continue via Whiskey. At Mike, cross 30 left, continue via Whiskey, Scott 4.69. So 413, Minneapolis, star number 2, 123013, runway 30 left, clear to land.
30 left, clear to land, number 2 left.
739, turn right at 200, contact departure. The corner, Delta 1456. Country 1813, Minneapolis, 122013, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Here we got an Embraer 175LR making the right-hand turn at taxiway Whiskey in charge of SkyWest Flight 4169 off to Chicago Midway.
SkyWest 3730, Minneapolis ground, push approved on the 17.
Headed off to runway 17 for departure.
And Delta 2885, ready check. Delta 2885, runway 30 right, taxi via Papa, join behind the Airbus off your left.
Establish, sir.
1476, thanks for the help. You have a release time to Detroit at 03, time now 56. Delta 1476, roger.
We got something
Delta
sitting
1476
down
to 717 off your right.
at the end of runway 30 left for departure.
It's Delta 160 Heavy for Amsterdam Schiphol.
Yes.
So that's with the A330.
You can turn right on runway 4, contact ground point 9.
So 981, we'll turn right on runway 4 and over to groundo.
3599, thank you. Contact departure, we'll see you. 1613, Minneapolis Tower, convoy turbulence, heavy Airbus holds in position.
Airbus A321 in charge of flight 2981 from Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson.
On runway 4 going to Fox 9.
Delta 2981, Mounts Ground Taxi via runway 4 and Charlie 6.
4 and Charlie 6, Delta 2981.
Ground Sun Country 633, ready for taxi.
Sun Country 633, runway 17, taxi via Delta Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4.
Delta Sierra Kilo, cross 4, Sun Country 633.
So our Amsterdam departure is doing what I affectionately don't like to do when I'm out skiing, and that's called line up and wait, because we have an arrival about to touch down from LAX.
What do we got over here? Yeah, that's one of the C-130s that we were told about. I think one of our live viewers mentioned that we were going to get a C-130 mission during our broadcast. Look at what we have here.
175 mile final, 123.011, runway 30 left,
Eyes on the back of our heads.
Halfway, 30 left, Delta 160 heavy.
Citation whiskey, cross 1 by 4, 6 3 call.
So it looks like we're going to get that C-130 Hercules all the way over here. How about that, RJ?
Oh, isn't that special?
Go for 05. Agent 2466, minus number 2, runway 30 left, middle land with 23010. Go 413, you can exit on 4 if you can make that. Contact ground for 9.
Exit on 4, ground point 9, Delta 413.
Go for 05, thanks. You can pull up and hold short of 30 left now.
Right up 2, hold short of 30 left, go for 05.
13. Copy.
413 with ground, turn right on Alpha, taxi to the gate.
Alpha to the gate, Delta 413.
West 5th takeoff, Delta 160 heavy.
Sun Country 3060, Mounts Ground, push approved, runway 17.
Push approved, runway 17.
Here we go, Delta 160 Heavy. Now thundering off runway 30 left for Amsterdam.
1732, minutes there, number 3 for the runway,
Stand by.
12209, runway 30 left, clear to land.
This at 951, monitor tower 123.67.
They're heavy.
Gulfstream 628 Golf, monitor tower 123.67.
2367, 6 take off.
Skywest 3730, runway 17, taxi via Quebec. Mike, cross runway 4, hold short runway 30
Oh,
left.
now that would have been just totally cool. We had a couple flights rotate on the parallels at the same time.
Nice.
Center 2272, monitor tower 126.7.
There's our departure off the north side. They've already turned out to the north, and our Amsterdam departure is just now starting to make their turn. So they
Now
went a
in
little
frame, the Minnesota Air National Guard with one of their C-130 Hercules
160
aircraft.
heavy contact departures, yeah.
fast and furious.
Another one.
Minnesota Air National Guard has a call sign of Gopher.
So 1613, turn right to Charlie 4, runway 4, contact ground point 9.
Right here in Charlie point 9, Delta 1613, good day.
Go for 05, traffic 2.5 out, at taxiway Mike, cross runway 30 left, and follow the Gulfstream on a whiskey.
Cross 30 left at Mike, and join whiskey behind the Gulfstream for go for 05.
3633 minutes there, 12011, follow my heading runway 17.
Now they can cross. There was an inbound flight from Kansas City that had just touched down, so they had to hold up a little bit before crossing the runway.
Spirit wing 610 minutes ground, push approved, runway 17.
We can say thank you to them for their service while they pass by.
Gets a salute from both of us.
Skywest 3730 at the Delta intersection, give way to a 717.
US 19er, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Delta 1613, number off the right way for you.
Delta 1613.
Got Allegiant 2466 now arriving from Punta Gorda, Florida.
2885, contact tower 123.905. Allegiant 2466, turn left at Charlie or runway 22, contact ground 19.
Left at Charlie, number.
2272 minutes there without delay there, Mike, cross 23 left, wind, whiskey, traffic 2 mile final.
Cross 30 left at Mike, United
7633, turn right heading 200, contact departure.
6 Minneapolis ground taxi via Charlie 2.
Charlie 2, 2466.
Delta 941 minutes ground once again. Delta 941, roger, taxi via Mike 6 and Delta.
Mike 6, then Delta 940.
28 Dolphin S there, runway 17, line of way.
We avoided the 73 tower.
Yeah, 30, thanks for your help, monitor tower 126.7.
Accepted 8 tower. And we're down Delta 941 tonight. Carry 3 hours, carry across the runway.
Here's United off to Denver, Colorado with a 737 900ER.
Minutes there, number 2, 1220, gust 19, runway 30 left to the land.
It's a Delta arrival from San Antonio, Texas with the Airbus A220-300.
Return ground point 9, Delta 1732. Set to 951, turn right heading 200, contact departure. Number 28 Golf, fire my heading, runway 17, set to take off.
C-130 arrival on the north parallel, runway 30 right.
Ground Delta 1732 is clear, runway 30 left at Charlie for gate Foxtrot 11.
Delta 1732 minutes ground taxi via Charlie and Charlie 6.
It's one of those rare occasions that they are not out in tandem for their training flights.
Delta 1732 minutes instruction taxi via Charlie 5 behind the 73 off your right.
Charlie 5 behind the 73 off our right, Delta 1732.
Ground, Sun Country 36, ready to taxi.
Sun Country 36, 17, taxi via Lima.
Runway 17, taxi via Lima, Sun Country 36. 05, wind 22012, gust 19er, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff. 2272, Mavs Tower, runway 17, line up and wait.
I'm waiting, runway 17,
28 Golf, turn right, heading 230, contact departure.
Ground United 658, gate Echo 7, ready to push information.
Oh, how about this? Daniel Swanson with some intel. RJ, listen up. Folks, listen up. United Airlines 881, O'Hare to Haneda is diverting to MSP. A Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner registration November 12003. Pulled a 180 east of Lake Winnipeg right after the Manitoba border from Ontario west of Sandy Lake, Ontario. So how about this?
So they're north of here.
So RJ, that's going to be your special assignment on the show here until we get the arrival of this diversion.
Charlie for parking gate Delta 21.
This will be the first time that I think that we've caught an O'Hare diversion on our broadcast that is diverting right here to MSP Airport. How crazy is that?
Right, heading 200, contact departure.
Back, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short runway 30 left.
Runway 17, Quebec Mike, cleared across runway 4, hold short runway 30 left,
Nate Lindemann has a question for you, RJ. How did the reopening of the Northwest Airlines History Center go? That grand reopening was held this past Friday.
It was spectacular.
We had a lot of fun. I won the raffle twice, by the way.
Yes, so now you have not one, but two iconic.
We're at 610. If the Airbus off the runway goes on Charlie, give way to them.
Ground Delta 18, hold on to Charlie for G10.
I'm
Delta
working
18,
on our
taxi via Charlie and Alpha. Straight up left is way to you.
diversion. I'm gonna.
Alright, Charlie, Alpha 15, Delta 18.
Runway 30 left, join Whiskey to runway 17, traffic's 3 out.
Roger that, Mike, cross runway 30 left, join Whiskey, Catalyst 3730.
536 cents ground, taxi via Charlie, Charlie 2.
Charlie 2.
Heading runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Level 1302, which is the left side.
1302, Minneapolis Tower, number 2, wind 21011, gust 19er, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 30 left, Delta 1302.
United 2272, turn right, heading 230, contact departure.
Heading 230, right turn to departure, United 2272.
Tower 6.7.
So much for today being a slow Monday, RJ, I'll tell you what.
Oh, life's always exciting.
Especially out here, you know. Yeah, you can probably say that there's never a dull moment in most places, and MSP is right up there on that list. I know for a fact that you come out here and something happens.
Denver 4901 up for Alpha 1. Gust 19er, runway 30 left, clear to land. Right, Charlie, contact ground, point 9er.
Charlie, ground point 9, good day, number 5238.
Guy was 3060, turn right, heading 200, contact departure.
American Alpha 2.
Endeavor 5238, man, ground taxi via Charlie and Papa.
Charlie Papa to the gate, number 5238.
Ground United 658, United 658, runway 17, taxi via Charlie 5, Charlie behind the CRJ.
17, taxi Charlie 5, Charlie behind the CRJ, United 658.
United 658 on Charlie, hold short, runway 30 left.
Hold for 30 left on Charlie, United 658.
Then clear for takeoff. Spirit Wing 610, Minneapolis Star.
But 610.
Spirit Wing 610, turn right on Alpha, hold short of runway 30 left at Alpha 8.
Right turn Alpha short, 30 left at Alpha 8, Spirit Wing 610.
All right, it took me a little bit of time. I have found the diversion. And
How many minutes away do we know?
Minneapolis ground, once United leaves the alley, your push is approved from the
well,
17.
the problem right now is that it's still showing the information for going to Hanadas. So they are over northern Minnesota now.
Heavy Minneapolis ground, push
And
approved, runway 30
oh
left.
yeah, if you're anybody out there that's able to pull this flight up on flight radar or any flight tracking for that matter, yeah, they literally did a huge U-turn. So I'm gonna stay on this because I don't want to lose them. on my app so I can track them in. They are down to 18,000 feet.
Are they continuing a descent?
I'm going to watch this for sure, yeah, because...
wind 22011, gust 1830 left, clear to land.
I can only report in on what's being updated on the app, so...
What's your gate?
I haven't seen it drop anymore just
1302,
yet.
Roger, turn right, you have the runway there, and contact ground point 9er.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
We'll make the runway over to point 9, Delta 1312.
what their original departure was, so
cross, runway 30 left,
that's
join
kinda
whiskey
what
to
I was
runway 17.
looking for was for the flight tracking from O'Hare.
Delta 4 is the gate.
At the moment, it looks like they've leveled off at 18, so I haven't seen them drop any more with the app updating everything since I found them.
So this Spirit A321 is outbound to Atlanta, Georgia.
Turn right, heading 230.
610 for Spirit.
Quebec to the gate, outbound to 1302.
This is the A321, the Paul Hansen Special.
Approved runway 17, Sun Country 503.
Quick 3521, there's a little bit of delay for you to go to Newark today. You're released between 37 and 39, time now 13. You can plan to hold on runway 4, a closed runway, and we'll get you moving.
Okay, so I'm digging into this a little bit more on the app. It looks like they could be due in at about 5:45, which, considering where they are, would sound about right.
Roger, we'll hold position where we're at, United 658.
Because yes, it does list them as
Never 49 minutes ground,
diverting.
taxi via Papa.
Taxi via Papa, Never 49.
And as far as based on their departure out of O'Hare, that was 2.5 hours ago. So that would include their U-turn.
5126, turn right at the runway and contact ground on point 9er.
Right on the runway and point 9, Endeavor 5126.
Yeah, their altitude has come down some.
Yeah, Endeavor.
Yeah, they're basically they're north and a little west of Duluth.
5126, Minneapolis ground, taxi via runway 4 and Papa.
4 Papa to the gate, Endeavor 5126.
Yeah, appreciate the information and the update, RJ. Yeah, and again, isn't that going to be something? I would imagine that a few AvGeeks that have this evening available are going to scoot on over here to catch the diversion.
5126, give way to the exiting CRJ.
Way to the exiting RJ.
United 658, Minneapolis Tower. Would it work for me to move you to the other side of the runway?
Yeah, we can do that, United 658.
At 658, roger, taxi up 2 bit, hold short of runway 30 left, traffic short final.
Roger, taxi up 2 with hold short of 30 left, United 658.
Let's go Charlie 6, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short runway 30 left.
And ground Delta 152.
And Charlie 6, Mike, Philly 4, and hold short. Cross runway 4, hold short.
The gate monitor, ground point 9er, traffic crossing behind you.
Charlie Tango, point 9 monitor, thanks. We'll see you. Enjoy the weather. 72514.
United 658 at Charlie, cross runway 30 left, traffic's 2.5 out, and then a right turn on Whiskey, cross runway 4. You can park in the 17 pad, traffic's 2 out.
Cross 30 left on Charlie, right Whiskey, cross runway 4, and then taxi to the pad, United 658.
That's correct, the 170 ice pad. You can sit in there and let me know when you're ready.
Roger, the 170 ice pad, United 658.
Park over 08, narco visual 30 left. For 08, Minneapolis Tower number 2, wind 220 at 8, gust 18, runway 30 left, cleared to land.
Whiskey 5, hold short, runway 30 left.
I-35 right, Whiskey 5, hold short, 953.
Cherry 36, you're on your way to runway 30 right. Taxi via Whiskey 5, hold short of runway 30 left.
30 right, Whiskey 5, hold short.
Thank you, sir.
Ground Sun Country 503 is ready taxi.
Roger 503, runway 17, taxi via Delta Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4.
Delta Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4 for runway 17, Sun Country 503.
Delta 2203 Heavy, Minneapolis ground, what's the gate? Delta 2203 Heavy, very good. Give way to United, head into your left, and then taxi via Mike 6, correction, Mike, Hotel, Bravo, cross runway 4.
Hi, Kyle. Thanks for the comment. Yes, you're monitoring the same thing I am as far as the
Monitor tower,
the altitude.
126.7.
Alright, continue the 350 to our right, follows us and monitor 1.1.
We're staying about the same, although considering where they're at right now, they've still got
26 Embraer
plenty of
30.
time between where they're at and here to
521.
down from where they're at.
Jet share 836, monitor tower 126.7.
Delta 1701 on runway 4, parking Fox 4.
Delta 1701 minutes ground, taxi via runway 4 and Bravo.
Runway 4, Bravo, Delta 1701.
Delta 1701, reference your gate Foxtrot 4, the Heavy at Gulf 3 is having a maintenance issue. Let me know if you can't get in.
Okay, we'll let you know.
Hey, runway 30 left.
One of our viewers actually has a guess as to why United is maintaining flight level 180, 18,000 feet.
Minneapolis.
Guessing the United is maintaining 18,000 to burn as much fuel as possible before landing, seeing as they still had 9 hours to go into their trip. Certainly very plausible.
Here, 836 Minneapolis Tower, traffic's 3 mile final at Whiskey 5 cross, runway 30 left, then a left turn on Alpha.
Golf 30 left at Whiskey 5, make a left turn on Alpha.
Chair 836, and then monitor, or give ground a call on point Niner.
Is that our same C-130 that just went out a few minutes ago?
Go for 08, turn right at Delta and
Believe
contact
so.
ground on point Niner.
Delta over to point 9, go for 08, yeah.
Thank you. Taxi via Papa, cross runway 4.
Papa cross 4, skies 4052.
Jet share 36, roger. Taxi via Alpha, and then short of Delta.
Ground over 08, south 30 left at Delta.
Go for 08 minutes ground, taxi via Delta, Papa, Golf, and hold short of runway 30 right.
Delta Papa Golf, hold short of 30 right, go for 08.
There's our A330neo making its way over to the gate.
08, give way to the
Quick
Embraer,
flight
head
from
to your left.
Detroit Metro.
Way to the Embraer up to our left, go for 08.
Metro 503, mass target. Metro 503, wind 220 at 10, fly runway heading runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Runway 30 right. Jet share 36, if you want to just hang out for a minute, wait for the jet blast, that's approved. Correction, caution, jet blast.
Yeah, we'll just slow it down here a little bit, let him get where he's going, and we'll want him to right there.
Roger.
2936, turn right at Alpha 8 and contact ground point Niner.
Right at Alpha 8, ground point 9er, Delta 2936.
Brickyard 3521, Maps Tower at Mike, cross runway 30 left, join Whiskey to runway 17, traffic's 2.5 out.
Okay, cross 30 left at Mike, join Whiskey to 17, 3521.
Go for 08.
Go for 08, thank you. Monitor tower 123.95. 2395, no problem, go for 08.
Ground Delta 2936 off of 30 left at Alpha 8, looking for Charlie 10.
Delta 2936, Minneapolis ground taxi via Alpha, Mike, Papa, cross runway 4.
Alpha Mike Papa to cross runway 4, Delta 2936.
And peeking out from behind that utility building, we've got
21. You have a wheels up time
Brickyard
3521
off to
left turn at Kilo
Newark
8,
Liberty
short of
International.
Kilo, so I can get you out
Brickyard
on
is the
your,
call sign for
4 times up.
Republic Airways.
Okay, down whiskey, left on Kilo 8 and short of Kilo.
Tower United 658.
658 tower.
Hey, we're going to have to shut our engines down here at the DI stat. That's not going to cause any issues.
You're fine.
Roger, thank you.
Now that I know where our United diversion is on the map, I can pull them back up. So this is Sun Country flight
cleared to land.
310 from West Palm Beach.
Gary, 4523,
hour flight.
push approved. Say again for 4523. Very good, 4523, wait for citation, the passage tail is off your right, then your push is approved.
Straight ahead of Mike, contact ground point 9er.
Let that Mike continue on Mike ground point 9er, Sun Country 310.
Sun Country 503, turn right, heading 230, contact departure.
Delta 1127.
Ground Sun Country 1803, ready to taxi here.
Sun Country 1803, runway 17, taxi via Delta Sierra Kilo cross runway 4.
All right, we got a taxi on Mike too. How about it?
Kilo cross runway 4, Sun Country 1803.
Air Shuttle 6081, man's ground push, approved, runway 17.
Push approved, 17, Air Shuttle 6081. Ground Sun Country 310 on Mike going to Charlie Hotel 3.
Sun Country 310, man's ground taxi via Mike, Tango, Crystal Mike, stand by. Mike 2, into the gate cross runway 4.
Mike 2 is in the gate cross runway 4. Delta 2936 across runway 4.
Roger. Delta Christian. Serial 879 Minneapolis ground. What is your parking? Serial 879, Roger. Taxi via Papa, Mike. Hold short, runway 30 left.
Coco Joe, thank you so much for tuning into our live Monday plane spotting show here at MSP Airport Live. New to plane spotting, about 2 weeks. Usually nice picture here compared to others I've seen so far. Well, you're very welcome, and thank you for that.
Good, 3978, Mouse Tower number 3, wind 210 at 8, runway
Very
30
clear with
left,
beautiful
clear to
color.
land.
I mean, wow. You bet. Our pleasure.
Ground up 23 off of 30 left at Charlie, going to Charlie 7.
Delta 23 Mouse ground. Flight over to Delta Papa.
So a small update on our United diversion, Alex. They are just a little north and west of Grand Rapids.
Can I make the right up Mike, please? Right up Mike and then a
That's
hotel to Alpha.
Grand Rapids, Minnesota. That's not Grand Rapids, Michigan, like everyone
Right turn on runway 4.
typically tends to associate Grand Rapids with.
79, make the right.
Thank you for tuning in, Hans. Push the like
button.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and folks, if you like what you're seeing here today, if you want to support us, like and subscribe as usual. You can join one of our many awesome members and supporting us monthly.
Brickyard 4523 west ground.
So, Alex, are we getting anything going on with ATC as far as...
All right, 30 right via Delta Papa behind the CRJ, Brickyard 4522.
United Diversion?
Number 5125 west ground. Taxi via Papa, what's the gate?
That's a good question.
Grounder shuttle 6081 taxi with Sierra.
Now, I know that they are going to be sending a replacement aircraft in, so it might be a maintenance issue that they're having with the aircraft that is diverting to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Brickyard 4523, wait for the disregard.
170 heavy, 4.5 for Marco.
170 heavy, Mass Tower, number 3, wind 220 at 11, runway 30 left, cleared 2 lands.
Cleared 2 lands, 30 left, Delta 170 heavy.
Sun Country 1803, Mass Tower.
There's our arrival from Seoul, South Korea, by the way, folks.
3773 West Ground,
The A350-900, we see that every single day here at MSP. We're going to see a lot more A350 traffic at the end of the month. Because keep in mind, RJ,
Yeah, we're going to have to pull
we have those service up gauges starting to the early Amsterdam flights and also to the Tokyo service.
For ramp personnel to come.
Delta 152, if able to taxi in the gate, do you need any assistance?
Yep, we would request law enforcement at the gate, please.
They're on their
Oh,
way.
We'll pull up as far as we can, but we're waiting for ramp, so as soon as they come out, park us.
The 152, any information on the passenger for us we can pass along?
Right, the passenger is intoxicated and being belligerent, so that is the issue right now.
Copy that, male, female, age though?
It's male, and I don't have an age for you, unfortunately, sorry.
No problem at all. If you get any information, let us know. We'll pass it on.
2078, turn right at Mike, contact ground point 9er.
Mike Ground, good day, Delta 2078.
so it looks like it might be a little bit of time before 152 Heavy departs to Paris.
Mike Hotel Alpha, cross runway 4, Delta Milan, 21.
Stereo 879, just want to verify at Alpha 5, hold short, runway 30 left.
Alpha 530 left,
Ground Delta 2078, with you going to box 3.
079, monitor tower on 126.7.
Super unfortunate to hear that over frequency, RJ, but looks like the Delta crew on board are taking good care of it, and we'll get a response from the appropriate authorities. That really has to suck for everyone else on board. Oh, we were just about to get out of here. Now we got to deal with that troublemaker.
Air Shuttle 6081, thank you for your patience. Runway 17, taxi via Quebec, Mike, cross runway 4, hold short, runway 30 left.
All right, Quebec, Mike, cross runway 4, and hold short 30 left, Air Shuttle 6081.
So did they actually share what was happening? I actually didn't get to hear that on my end.
So apparently Delta 152 Heavy pushed back. A specific individual on board was acting disorderly and intoxicated, and now they have to call law enforcement to deal with the situation that the cabin crew is already engaged in. And those Delta flight attendants, I'll tell you what, they don't mess around, thankfully.
Brickyard 4336, clear 30.
So that's why Delta 152 Heavy is just kind of sitting there for now.
Brickyard
And then, of course,
4336
obviously, they're going to have to take them off, and then they're going to have to
taxi via
take
Charlie,
off
Charlie 6.
usually the
And
luggage
also give way
that goes
to United
along with
off the
that
left.
person as well, because
Let's
it's
give
not
way
going
to
to
United
go.
off our left. And
Yeah.
after the Delta, Charlie 6 for Echo 36.
Because if a person has checked luggage and something like this happens, then their checked
3978,
luggage
if you have
does not
Delta,
go
turn right
either.
there, contact ground point 9er.
Van Ryzen's in MN says, a beautiful good Monday afternoon
Right, heading 200.
from
contact
Perham, Minnesota,
departure.
watching this on my 30-minute break. Well, thank you for tuning in and spending a little time with us here this evening.
Okay, West 3970, taxi via Delta and Papa.
Delta, Papa, Skyway 3970. Land 30 left, Delta 33.
And Papa Smurfy OG says, good evening from New York City. Well, good evening from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Thank you so much for the kudos.
681, monitor tower 126.7.
We'll certainly keep up the great work. We got Delta 170 Heavy.
Oh, yes.
About to touch down on runway 30 left.
Sneaking in on us. Look butter to hear from here.
The 170 Heavy, turn right at Alpha 8 and then join Alpha. What's your gate today?
Alpha 8 Alpha, we're Golf 4.
Even though, according to flight radar, they've just touched down after a 11-hour and 42-minute flight. You have a bit of a long rollout. Or a longer rollout.
Level 681, Maps Tower, traffic's 2.5 out at Mike Cross, runway 30 left, and then a right turn on Whiskey to runway 17.
All right, cross 30 left at Mike, right turn, Whiskey to runway 17, Air Shuttle 681.
Sun Country 574, Maps Tower number 2, wind 210 at 9er, gust 17, runway 30 left, clear to land. Good, 3521, you can make the right turn on Kilo and short of Kilo 10 for your sequence.
Okay, we're on Kilo, short of Kilo 10.
Push approved, runway 17.
Approved, runway 17, American 2802. Delta 170 Heavy with you on Alpha, short of Mike for Golf 4.
Delta 170 Heavy, Minneapolis ground, taxi via Alpha, Delta, cross runway 4, on Delta, hold short runway 30 left.
Alpha, Delta, cross runway 4, and then hold short 30 left, Delta 170 Heavy.
The 170 Heavy, the Heavy ahead is having a maintenance issue, so we're going to try to get you across the runway then back around. So for now, monitor tower 126.7.
All right, 267 at intersection Delta, we see the Heavy, Delta 170 Heavy, thanks.
982, Mass Tower number 2, wind 210 at 9er, gust 17, runway 30 left, clear to land.
35 clear to land, Delta 2982.
So Alex, I see a comment here from Blaze Gaming 162 is asking, was it the first time an Antonov plane has landed at
Christian
MSP?
1533, turn right at Mike, contact ground point 9er.
They've been here on occasion in the past, mostly for just stopovers.
170 Heavy and actually disregard.
170 Heavy with you, Delta intersection, hold short 30 left.
Roger.
So Delta 152.
For G17.
Now, I got this confused with another flight that was needing some assistance from law enforcement, but they're having a maintenance issue.
210 at 8, gust 17, runway 17.
So I just wanted to point that out and correct that. I apologize for that. It's tricky keeping track of so much. You're just doing the live broadcast and everything, so I appreciate your patience.
Around the Heavy via Bravo. There's a left on 4, and then Bravo around the Heavy, rejoin Alpha.
Runway 4, Bravo around the Heavy, and Alpha Delta 1533.
Read 172. I
172.
100% agree with that. Such a beautiful plane is the A350.
AKA Big Sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, and when the question was posed earlier about the reopening of the NWA History Center last Friday, it was a great day because so many people came out to see us. A lot of people, former Northwest, some people currently, former Northwest, currently now Delta employees. The contributions that we took in as
continue
donations.
down to Charlie, turn left at Charlie and contact
The
ground
goodies that
point
people
9er.
purchased while they were there. Those that won the raffles that I was doing. Yeah, nice to be back. Unfortunately, we're just going to be open the 1 day a week for now with the slow progression of
3521, wind 220 at 9er. Fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for
incident
takeoff.
that happened last
Runway heading
October.
17, clear for takeoff, quick yard, 3520.
Delta 1620, runway 30 left.
1620 maps tower number 2, wind 220 at 9er, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Runway 30 left, clear to land, Delta 1620.
Air Shuttle 681, turn right, heading 230, contact departure.
Right turn 230, contact departure, Air Shuttle 681 door.
Thanks.
CVS, Charlie, and Charlie 1.
Charlie 1, take a Japan 74.
So we're going to do a flashback here real quick to Thursday last week when RJ, you and I were on hand for the arrival of a giant. The Antonov 124 Ruslan touchdown on 30 left.
Gemini 1620.
And in mostly clear conditions as well.
More snow.
A lot more snow on the ground than today.
Heavy at Delta, cross, runway 30 left, then a left turn on Whiskey.
So it arrived from Montreal's Mirabel Airport to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Ground, push approved, runway 17.
Heavy will cross 30 left, Delta with Whiskey 5, short 30 left.
Just such an incredible machine.
So 2982, turn right at Mike, contact ground point 9er.
Flight point 9er.
American 2953, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear to takeoff.
21, turn right, heading
So this aircraft was here for a stopover
Antonov Bureau
to
5,
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
all the way down to the end of the runway, turn right at Alpha 10, turn right on Alpha, and remain my frequency.
Loaded down with a ton of heavy ground service equipment. That naval station in China Lake, California. There's also a Boeing facility out there too.
Alpha and remain on your frequency. Autonomous flight 293.
3906, fly heading 190, contact departure.
Delta 1605.
Alpha is ready to taxi.
And oh yeah, that Antonov, they went long as expected.
Runway 30 left.
And they eventually went over to the Terminal 2 remote pad to park. And that's where our United diversion is going to go over to, we think.
Runway 30 left.
At 658, got to the 1605 on runway heading now, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
17 clear for takeoff, runway next.
Skyway 3826, Minneapolis ground, push approved, 30 right.
Kilo, cross runway 4.
Yeah, and our diversion, it has come down altitude-wise. They're down to a little over 14,000 feet, so...
Country 107, man, ground, push approved, runway 17.
Push approved 17, secondary 107.
Secretary 107, actually hold the push, wait for company at Hotel 8 to leave, then your push is approved.
Alright, hold the push for 107. And once the company at Hotel 8 leaves, then we'll go.
So just want to reiterate Delta 152 Heavy. So they're having a maintenance issue, actually, misheard. Another aircraft has an unruly passenger. So Delta 152 is kind of doinked at the moment.
Did you want to make a 180 and go out via Charlie 2?
Wait here. Yeah, let's come up right now.
Turn right, Charlie, or the runway is available. Contact ground point 9er.
Take the Charlie and point 9 on Delta 1620.
American 2802, traffic's 5 out at Mike Cross, runway 30 left. Join the Whiskey to runway 17.
clear to cross.
Hey, Logan, how you doing, buddy? Logan Justice, a.k.a. Twin Cities Aviator, checking in, saying that our United Airlines 787 apparently is parking at Echo 10. Picked a good day to stream, eh? I'll tell you what, I mean, regardless of the diversion, absolutely, I agree with that. It's a great day out here today. Thomas Carrington says, good evening. Well, good evening to you. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. And again, want to extend a very warm welcome to all of our live viewers watching here today from Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport.
Southwest 3941, taxi with 0.
New departure time on 152 Heavy shows
Southwest
11 p.m.
Turn left.
Ugh.
And taxi to runway 17 via
So,
Tango.
That's a bummer,
Yankee,
but
Kilo, cross runway 4.
we do get the diversion from
Southwest
United Airlines, so
3941,
there's
turn left, taxi runway
a
17 via Tango,
huge
Yankee,
bonus
Kilo,
in being able to catch
clear
that
across
today,
runway
because
4.
that's not something that we see much at all. Now, RJ, occasionally we will get diversions from Chicago O'Hare
Charlie and Charlie 6
if O'Hare is under some bad weather. But that's usually flights that are coming in from the east, not outbound flights or anything coming in from the west over towards Europe. So now one of our team members, Evan Heath, who's a ramper here at MSP Airport,
cross runway 30 left and straight into Gulf 4 traffic.
finding out for us that there might be another United Dreamliner coming in. We just don't know the ETA of that.
3105 Minneapolis Tower, wind 210 at 6, runway 30 left, clear to land. 2226, turn right at Mike, join Alpha, contact ground, point 9er.
Mike, point 9, join Alpha, point 9er, Delta 2220.
2802, wind 210 at 6, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff, American 2806.
Delta 2226.
And as I continue to track our United diversion that was headed to Tokyo Haneda, they are just about due north of us at the moment. They're down to about 11,000 feet.
We got Southwest arriving north side, runway 30 right. From Baltimore, Maryland, this is flight 3217. Making a left on taxiway Mike.
Southwest 3217, mail ground taxi via Mike, hold short, runway 30 left.
Via Mike, hold short, 30 left.
Southwest 3217, monitor tower 126.7.
So right now, United Flight 881
continue via Alpha behind the heavy
continuing its descent.
Alpha, behind the heavy bus ahead, Delta 22.
Just under 10,500 feet in the air. Right now, it will be coming over Anoka County Blaine Airport in just a few minutes.
386, Maps Tower number 2, wind 210 at 8, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Yeah, they're making a little bit more of a distinguished turn a little bit more to the southeast so that they can
2802, turn
get into
right,
the pattern
heading 200, contact departure.
coming in on probably what, runway 30 left, of course.
Sun Country 107, ready to taxi information here.
6107, runway 17, taxi Delta, Sierra Kilo, cross runway 4.
Southwest 3941 over the tower.
3941, affirmative, we'll see you at 2367.
Yeah.
Sun Country at 1641 miles ground, company's leaving 7 behind the tail there as they clear your pushes approved, plan runway 30 left.
Alright, 30 left and after company cleared push Sun Country 1641. Ground Delta 152 heavy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, ramp personnel just got here. We'll be out of here momentarily.
The 152 heavy, roger, thanks, heads up.
Southwest 3941, Minneapolis Tower, fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff, wind 210 at 8.
Going to Echo 16. Ground American 3105.
So that's 3217 miles ground, taxi via Mike.
Here we go. We got a taxi on Mike, RJ. We got another one. This one, our Southwest flight from Baltimore.
3105 miles ground, taxi via Alpha Delta, cross runway 4 with the gate.
Alpha Delta, cross runway 4, Echo 16, gate American 3105.
Sure.
7 Minneapolis Tower, runway 17, line up and wait.
Hi. I used to say that to the deer when they were standing in our yard and just staring at us.
And then straight to your gate on our ground, point
They would say, well, you're in our yard. They'd just be passing it through, you know, we'd look out the window and they're standing in our yard just slowly walking by. And
Here we go. The trucks are rolling.
Yeah, we're starting to get some activity here now, an indication of what we've got coming.
Cross,
so
runway 422.
tracking them coming in, they are going to be just to the west side of White Bear Lake, for those that are familiar with the Twin Cities area.
The 3941, turn right, heading 200, contact departure.
MSP Airport Live, we're tracking an inbound.
I saw it. Yeah,
we've got a diversion, United diversion out of Chicago here.
Yeah.
Country 387, wind 200 at 8. Fly runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Well, because this is,
Do you know what it is?
we don't know.
Okay.
So.
So here's an inbound Sun Country arrival.
Go onto YouTube and search MSP Airport Live.
Slowing down on 30 left after its arrival.
Yeah, so I'm RJ. I'm the one that
Or after its landing, rather. This is from
Yeah, no, I watch you guys all the time.
Country 386, turn left.
Fort
on the runway,
Myers, Southwest
contact
Florida
ground,
International
point
Airport, in
niner.
charge of SCX 386, the call sign.
Point niner, Sun Country 386.
Toby Alpha East Base.
Alpha East Bay, 244 heavy.
Because otherwise I'd be sitting at home.
Ground Sun Country 386 is 30 left on runway 22 for Gate Hotel 2.
2386 miles ground, roger, taxi via 22 and Sierra. Depart.
22 down to Sierra, Sun Country 386.
It was weird that it took off from Chicago. Why didn't it turn back to Chicago?
Because it's the closest airport.
So here we go. Here's another one of our
It's
fire trucks on the move.
But it went into Canada and then
This is closer than going back to
Sprint 574, Minneapolis Tower. Sprint 574, turn left on Alpha, hold short of runway 30 left at Alpha 7.
That's Alpha 7. Ground Sun Country 1641, Texas, Sierra.
So you have another truck.
Country 387, turn right.
Lights
heading
on and fully
200,
engaged over
contact
there in
departure.
front of the new fire station.
That's potentially going to close it first in time here. So 30 right for departure, taxi via Delta, hold short runway 30 left.
So how crazy is this, RJ?
Sun Country 1641.
It's getting there, because I know I was just having a quick chat with some of our spotters out here. Yeah, the trucks are rolling.
Let's do that.
This is just part of what happens.
Let's go Delta Tango Cross runway 4 and then Kilo runway 17.
Yeah,
Delta
they're
Tango
just
Cross 4 and Kilo Sun Country 1641.
yeah, so they're basically now over Woodbury and headed down to just to the west of Hastings.
And just a heads up, they're about 15 out.
Get in line for
15
final.
miles, I should say, 15 miles.
Our United diversion 15 miles out. You just heard that from MSP Tower.
30 left, and then join Whiskey to signature. Traffic's 5 mile final.
And of course, when this sort of thing happens, it's pretty much what turns into a temporary ground stop for everything else, right?
Delta Point 9er, happy day.
I would imagine so.
So anybody else coming in right now is going to be put into a holding pattern.
Plan 17, Delta 3767.
Ground, got 4262 on Delta Park in Alpha 9er.
Just right 262 minutes ground, roger, taxi Delta Pop.
Delta Pop, let's get 4262.
Secretary 1641, let's go Mike's here, Kilo Cross runway 4. Mike's here, Kilo
So in light of all of this, we do have one flight coming in now on final. They are in sight, but it is not our diversion quite yet. It's going to be Delta Flight 2163 from Fort Lauderdale. A Delta former Northwest 757 with the registration tail number November 589 Northwest. And at that point, it's probably going to be our diversion from United coming in after them.
Just 4262, Fed Florida Papa.
Country 107, turn right, heading 230, contact departure.
Delta 1062 minutes ground, push approved, plan runway 1.
2163, turn right at
All right,
Mike,
so that
contact ground point 9er.
aircraft that's now in view is
Control our confirmation,
Northwest
Echo and
former
Tango
retail
now
that I was
current,
just
altimeter
sharing.
29er45.
From Fort Lauderdale, and at almost any time now, we're going to be able to see our incoming diversion with United
Ground up 2163
Flight
is
881
Mike 4,
that was originally scheduled to be flying
Delta 2163 minutes ground,
onward
roger,
to
taxi Alpha
Tokyo
Cross runway
Haneda.
4.
Alpha Cross runway 4, Delta 2163.
So where are they at?
Well, they're on final now.
81 heavy, Minneapolis Tower, wind 210 at 8, runway 30 left,
You're just
cleared 2 land.
still a little bit too far out to have a visual. But they are lined up for 30 left.
Legion 929 minutes ground, push approved, plan runway 17.
Push for 17, Legion 929, thanks.
Ground, Delta 3757 is ready for taxi. You've got Tango.
So 3757, runway 17, taxi left turn,
I see
Delta
'em.
Tango cross runway 4 through the cargo
They're in
area
sight.
and Kilo. Sorry, yep.
We're too far away to pick up on the camera, but we do have a visual.
17, Delta 3757.
With our own 2 eyeballs, we see them. There's a little flicker of light off in the
Delta 10
distance.
heavy, Minneapolis ground. Once traffic leaves Gulf 12, your push is approved. The plan runway 30 left. If you can, plan 30 left. Affirm.
And of course, everything is focused on this issue here right now because there is no other activity going
1641
on right
tower,
now
runway 17, line up and wait.
involving arrivals and departures.
So we have this diversion emergency landing going on. Then off in the distance, those emergency vehicles. I want to say we're responding to the unruly passenger from earlier. How crazy is this Monday?
Allegiant 929.
929, go.
Just had an indication pop up that we're going to need a troubleshoot. Is that okay if we sit here for a little bit?
929, no problem.
Fun.
Delta 1366, manage ground, push approved. Delta 1366, manage ground, push approved, plan 17.
Push approved, Delta 1366. Wind 210 at 7.
Touchdown.
5 runway heading, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Delta 1026, Minneapolis ground, roger. Runway 17 on departure. Taxi Alpha to Alpha 3. And hold short of runway 30 left. Just give way to a emergency vehicle before you go out to Alpha 3.
Okay, we'll go Alpha 3, hold short of runway 30 left up.
All right, she's down
On
and
point 9er.
Right at Mike,
turning
ground point
off
9,
the
United
runway.
881.
Copy, we've been going off the left. We're going to go up to Alpha 5 and hold short of 3.
Ground United 881 is with you on ground.
United 81, roger. Need further assistance from crash fire?
Negative for crash fire, United 881.
Delta 881, roger. United 881, roger. Make the right turn Alpha short of runway 4.
10-5 copy. We'll secure the equipment. Sun Country
4, and then let me know the gate one more time.
Right turn Bravo, left 4, and unsure of gate at this time. We'll have to call off. United 881 heavy.
United 81, roger. They're telling me Echo 10. Just confirm with your operations as you taxi. There will be Bravo, runway 4, short of Quebec for now.
Bravo, runway short of 4, United 881, checking now.
You can
Looks
taxi
like all of our
northbound on runway
emergency
4,
vehicles
short of Quebec.
have started to kind of stand down because they've started to roll away from the
They are
area.
in safe and sound.
Alpha, cross,
Yes.
runway 422. Guys, 3757, fly runway heading, wind 210 at 5. Runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Southwest 2858, Minneapolis ground, push approved. Plan runway 30 right on departure.
Southwest 2858, pushback approved. We'll plan for 30 right. Thanks.
Charlie 6, cross runway 422.
Engine 31 at Charlie 6, crossing runway 22.
Good, Charlie, and hold short of runway. Let's go with Charlie Alpha, hold short of runway 30 left at Alpha 5.
Charlie Alpha, hold short, 20 left at Alpha 5.
Today 25. Charlie at Alpha, hold short of runway 30 left at Alpha 5.
Alright, Charlie Alpha, hold short 30 left at Alpha 5.
The 1026 at Alpha 5, cross runway 30 left, join Whiskey.
At Alpha 5, good cross 30 left, join Whiskey, Delta 1026.
So there's our United 787-10 Dreamliner diversion. That was en route from Chicago O'Hare to Tokyo Haneda and did a direct 180 back to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Yes, we are confirmed echo 10, right turn in the gate, United 881 Thank you.
Very good. Delta 1026 on Whiskey Cross, runway 4. You can monitor tower as you go 2367.
On Whiskey, service runway 4, on the tower, that's 3757, turn right, heading 200, contact departure.
Upjet 825, monitor tower 126.7.
6.7.
For some reason, something happened and they grounded.
So RJ, I guess the big question now is, is United going to send us another Dreamliner to pick the rest of the passengers up and get them out of here?
Good question.
They're going to have to, I would believe.
And how long?
If it's a mechanical problem with that aircraft, they're going to have to send another Dreamliner to pick them up.
Well, yeah, because
Or any other wide-body aircraft that's able to complete that flight all the way from here to Tokyo.
Mike Hotel Bravo, cross board on 1850.
and where's the closest United facility that would have one that they could get here to?
That'd be O'Hare.
Okay.
Right, that'd be O'Hare.
Alpha 7 and cross runway 30 left. Join Whiskey to signature.
All right,
yeah, I had some viewers that I was chatting with a few moments ago, and they seemed to be on to what was happening, and they were asking why would they not go back to O'Hare. It's like, well, that would be an additional hour in the air, at least. So, you know, depending on what it is, you want to get to the nearest, get back down on the ground to the nearest airport that can accommodate them, and that would have been here.
Delta 2858, runway 30 right, Delta short, runway 30 left.
We got 4336 Minneapolis ground, wait for the Delta 75 at the tail to clear, then your push approved, plan runway 17.
Roger, wait for the Delta to pass by, then push approved, plan for runway 17, Brickyard, 4336.
So 28 to 58, I'm going to make a change here, amend the route to left turn.
So folks, we're going to have another special guest on the program.
Left on runway 4.
So RJ, I'm going to let you drive here for a little bit just with the commentary and checking up on folks' comments here.
Southwest 2858, thank you.
Round up 13.
So our good friend Nick Lee has stopped by to say hello.
Delta 1366, runway 17.
He's our jet-setting friend that
Charlie 5 and Charlie hold short of runway 30.
Popped over here to the viewing area to see the diversion of our United 787-10 Dreamliner.
Charlie, hold short at 30.
He has also been on that aircraft too. Hopefully we can get some insights from him.
The 10 heavy, Minneapolis ground, runway 30 left on departure, taxi via Alpha.
30 left via Alpha, Delta 10 heavy.
Juliet Echo,
1026 Minneapolis
one of our
Tower,
viewers,
at 7,
saying that a 787-10 Dreamliner, as United Airlines 3902 is scheduled to leave from O'Hare at 8:30.
Tower 26-7, so 2858 going.
Interesting to see if they'll get out of there on time or a little bit early. I would imagine that they're going to try and get out of there as soon as possible.
So of course looks like then they were immediately on it when everything started to happen to get something here to switch out.
Taxi Charlie Alpha.
Dino Sanders is enjoying my first live stream at MSP Airport. Keep up the good work, guys. You bet. Thank you for tuning in this evening.
Runway 4, cross, runway 30 left, then taxi via 4 and Papa.
Southwest 2858 cross, runway 30 left.
So Daniel Swanson pointed out that there were no heat waves from the port
Minneapolis Tower
or the left engine on that aircraft, so it could have been an engine failure that we were witnessing. Of course, when you're looking through a camera viewfinder like I am, it's just really hard to tell.
So that would have been the number one engine.
That would have been the number one engine.
Which for those that are not aware,
according to the observations that have been made, because we have not seen any of those jet vapors out the back of that number one engine, the left engine on that aircraft.
Delta 2043, Charlie, going to gate Charlie 9.
Delta 2043, Minneapolis seating, taxi, pop to the gate.
Top of the gate, Delta 2043, open night.
Delta 2107, Minneapolis ground, push approved, plan runway 30 right.
Push approved, plan 30 right, Delta 2107.
Delta 1026, turn right, heading 200, contact departure.
Those Dreamliners, the engines kill on them like crazy, especially going for Pratt, with Pratt Whitney engines in those suckers. The Dreamliners have unreliable engines, and it probably was a material.
Jet 606, monitor tower 126.7.
Tower 26.
Okay, Weatheryock, thank you so much for that information on approach. United 881 stated that the left engine was shut down.
And of course, I came here right when the 7810 was here.
And
But I've actually been on it for a 7810 from Tokyo to Los Angeles.
then ALX is questioning, wonder if they will also do a full recrew. Well, would they do a full recrew? Since their report time earlier today.
They would have to do a recrew.
10 heavy, Maps Tower, runway 30 left,
So
line up and
we're
wait,
about to
traffic
get a
10
third member
mile
of the
final.
team online here to further enlighten everybody any additional fun information. about what
36, push up Echo
witnessed.
13 Tango, ready to taxi.
Spirit 4336, Minneapolis ground, runway 17 on departure, taxi Charlie 6, Charlie, hold short of runway 30 left. You're going to join Charlie behind the Gulfstream off your right side.
Becca from Blotter, thank you so much for that
Charlie
information.
6,
Dispatch
Charlie,
for the
hold short
alert
of
2
30
said
left,
possible
it's
fuel
down to
leak,
17.
engine was
You
off.
should give way to a Gulfstream off the right.
Let's get 453, Charlie 6.
1590, turn right at Mike, contact ground point, Niner.
Right, ground point 9, Delta 1590.
Alpha to Alpha 5, hold short of runway 30 left.
10 at 6, runway 30 left, clear to land, caution wake turbulence.
Good evening, what's the gate?
All right, everybody, welcoming on to our show.
Delta 1590,
Our good jet setting buddy, my good friend, Nick Lee. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Today, it's a great day for plane spotting out here on this Monday. So what you been doing?
I've just been running errands, my off days from work, but it's interesting to see a 7810 here again. That's something that I have. The last time I was on one of those was a few years ago, coming back from actually Tokyo. So those are always fun aircraft to fly on, but they are prone to a lot of issues with the engines and then also other equipment on the jet themselves. So there's always issues with them, no matter what. And they are also the largest version of the Dreamliner. The 787-10 is the largest and the smallest Dreamliners, the 787-8. And I've been on all three varieties of the Dreamliner.
Left turn Bravo, Bravo to Alpha 5, hold short of runway 30 left.
And Alex, did you know that originally Delta, they would have gotten Dreamliners?
That would have been through Northwest
Northwest.
Airlines,
Yes, that would have
but
been through
Delta got the
Northwest.
Dreamliner, and they're like,
Got 4336, Minneapolis Tower at Charlie, cross, runway 30 left, turn right on Whiskey, cross, runway 422.
Roger, cross, 30 left on Charlie, take a right on Whiskey, cross, 4
Just
on
in
Whiskey.
time.
Brickyard 4236.
Delta 1590, continue Mike 6, cross runway 4 into
That was Delta
the
Flight
gate,
10. They
reference
just
outbound,
rotated
T-series.
for London Heathrow.
We'll cross runway 4 at Mike 6 and continue to park reference the 220 Delta 1590.
Thanks. You said you parked box 1, correct?
Got a little sidetracked there, didn't we? We've had
the
some
silent
excitement.
giant snuck up on us again. That's what I call the A330-900. You almost didn't hear that thing get off the ground. Holy cow.
Yeah, that A330 was actually very quiet. Usually they're a little bit more loud, but apparently today it's really quiet. It must be the warmer weather that why we're not hearing it today.
Yep, because the sound does not travel as far because the air's less dense. 100% correct, dude.
2200, contact departure.
Well, we had a little bit of an excuse because we've had some excitement this afternoon.
I'm sorry?
And from the comments that I've seen here, Alex, while you were getting the
at 5, turn right, heading 360, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
From what
Sevens, they always have issues with the engines. I've had a few engine issues when I've been on the 787s before. They're always prone to have a lot of issues, but they still are a very fun aircraft to fly on, but you just have to be aware of engine and other hardware equipment-related issues.
We're now ready to taxi with Tango.
Region 929, runway 17.
So if anything were to have happened like it has, it's good, you know, you wanted to have it happen where they were so they could get somewhere.
Yeah, it's a good thing that it happened while they were over the land and not on their way over to Tokyo, because from here to Tokyo, that's a 12-hour flight one way. And to have an engine fail on mid-ocean with no airport to turn around to, that's a little hectic.
Clear cross 30 left, Alpha 5, flexion 4.
I personally have never had an engine fail when I've been on a flight, but I've had a bunch of equipment issues where I've had to actually go back and turn around before on a flight, do emergency landing. Last time that happened with me is when I was at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport back in 2021. I was out at Sky Harbor on a 763, and then the APU on the flight decided to go out right after we started our takeoff, and then we had to make an emergency landing back at Sky Harbor, and then we were stuck there for 3 or 4 hours before they were able to get that fixed and back up and running again. They almost did an aircraft swap on us. But with Sky Harbor, there wasn't much Delta aircraft because it's American Airlines hub. Same thing here with Delta in Minneapolis. There's not much United out here, so it's going to take them a while to get that Dreamliner replaced to get the people at Tokyo. We get to do that year after year, and it's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, but it's always fun to go down to Atlanta for the Delta jet drag.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is always a lot of fun, but it's a little hard work pulling a 757. My record for the last time I did it, it was I think 15 or 20 seconds to pull that sucker 20 feet. But imagine your whole body being at about a 45-degree angle pulling that sucker because of how much it weighs.
Contact departure.
But at least it's empty, you know, no passengers,
no
luggage, probably minimal to no fuel on board.
Yeah, there probably was a little bit of fuel on board, but probably not too much necessarily. But it still is overall really fun to do the jet drag. It's something that Delta does year after year, but it's meant more really for Delta employees. But they always invite us out year after year for Gretchen's Gazelles because we're part of the Gretchen's Gazelles, which overall is 3 teams that help do the jet drag. But Minneapolis, they actually have their own jet drag team here for their Delta's employees specifically. But overall, the jet drag is a fun event to go to. But I might even be able to get some footage for Alex later next month on that to show on the channel of what it looks like specifically.
At 5, fly runway heading runway 17. Clear.
Well, that's something that with the jet drag. Since it's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, Delta usually on average raise a few million.
Sorry to kind of interrupt here, Nick. Folks, our connection doing good? I know that sometimes the evening's hiccups are unavoidable.
Short 30 left for 17, Delta 2607.
Look to be okay for the most part.
Mother Tower
Which is at least a good sign. I'd be worried for a second there. That occasionally happens when you're out here at the viewing area because you're in the middle of the airport. It's different from being on the edge of the airport where cellular reception is pretty good.
Alex, it looks like that we got some emergency vehicles for going to that United Dreamliner just to make sure everything's going okay with it.
30 left, turn right on Whiskey.
That's what we think.
All right, cross 30 left on Alpha 7, join with.
Yeah, they were headed over to the Econ cars?
Yep, they were going over to...
I think they go to the C concourse more than likely because the gates probably at G were completely full.
No, they're going over to E. United has space in Terminal 1, only an E concourse.
I don't think a Dreamliner would fit back there necessarily.
Oh, yeah. Yep, they have a wide-body gate on the end of E. Aer Lingus
this.
frequently use that gate.
Oh, yes, that's
after
right.
getting pre-cleared.
Contact departure.
And Aer Lingus, they used to bring the A330, and that's exactly where they would park, is at the end of E.
422, continue to 17.
Cross 422 on Whiskey, continue to 17.
Well, if the aircraft was parked at the end of E, we would have seen it from here, but looks like that they might be in a different spot, Alex.
Could be.
So now they just play the sit and wait game.
Yep, it's always fun when you have to do those games.
Yeah.
2129.
Here's Delta 2129 from Miami, Florida.
Delta 2129.
But it's better than what could have
Tower
been.
number 2,
Yes.
traffic will hold in position, wind
Yeah.
200 at 5.
In so many more ways than one, too. And I think, RJ, you bring up a really good point. Yeah, it could have not been good. But you know what? Those aircraft, if it actually was an engine failure,
Delta 1037, monitor tower 126.7.
those aircraft are designed to fly only on one engine.
They are rated to fly on one engine, but they have to be very careful when they do that, specifically since the aircraft, they have to maintain enough thrust to keep in the air with one engine specifically. That's how you get
They have to shed weight, too, but they don't have... And that requires jettison... That requires getting rid of fuel.
Yeah, they do have to dump fuel with emergency landings, and that's something that can happen from time to time. But
now, we don't know if that actually happened or not, because there's no way for us to tell out here. But sometimes it's fun to speculate.
5511, after ground evening, runway 17, taxi.
Going off north side to Salt Lake City, Delta 2087. It's an Airbus A220.
So we have viewer Diggy 099
right, line up the late,
saying
traffic's
they
50.
went to E12, I think.
Okay.
they might have possibly gone to the econ course. It's just a little hard to tell from where we're at specifically. As we can see the American Airlines planes at the end of the econ course, but we can't see any other planes in the econ course other than that specifically.
Yeah, because American Airlines, they have leased space at the end of econ course, beg your pardon.
Cross runway 4, hold short of runway 30.
Prime example right there, we're looking at the end of E-gates. So American Airlines, they have a bunch of leased gate space at the end of that concourse. And United is more on the side of concourse E.
Yeah, United's more on the side. You also got Spirit and a few other airlines in there mixed in there as well, but it's mostly American, United, Spirit, and Alaska in the econ course. But everything else is mostly Delta and Terminal 1. More than anything else specifically.
Well, it's just like back in the old days at Northwest, because so much of this airport, was red tail after red tail after red tail.
Yes, I do miss the old Compass livery. I'm used to seeing that, but now I don't have any of that anymore, unfortunately.
Evening, you're going to wait for one RJ9 to pass your tail and to push through plan 17.
Yes, they are still out there flying. The Northwest planes are flying for Delta.
The lineage and the memories live on. Red tails forever, red tails for life. That's our attitude over here.
And speaking of Northwest, did you know that Northwest is actually still on Delta's website when you go into search your location to what airport you're going to? It shows Northwest underneath Minneapolis.
Delta 2107, contact departure today. Push approved, plan runway 30 left or right, your choice.
Push approved, we'll plan 30 right for Delta 645.
Better.
I lied, 30 left, Delta 645.
1645, very good, left side.
Left side, thank you.
4.
Charlie cross 30 left and right on Whiskey, cross runway 4, Delta 1037.
Delta 2607, Minneapolis Tower, fly heading 180, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Delta 2129, you're parked in Charlie 12, is it?
7, can you tell them to stop this one to get Northwest out?
Your SkyWest 3723, an arrival from Madison, Wisconsin.
13, Delta 2610, if you get a hold of push, and or if you are committed to it, just push your tail far enough east so 11 can park.
And if you ever want to see the Northwest logo on Delta's website, what you have to do is you have to search on Delta flights to MSP, and then you'll click on the link to Delta's website, and then if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see the Northwest Airlines logo on the website. So that's something that you'll see that on there. I'm very surprised that Delta kept that, but it's still is a good thing that they have that on there to show what Minneapolis was.
We got to show this on our air live. We got to show this.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Charlie 11, just hold your push if you're not already. Looks
That
like
is
you're
just
sitting there.
ridiculous.
Park at 12 to build them some room.
We're huge Northwest fans over here, so excuse our antics.
Well, the reason why I know about this is because I poked around Delta's website a little too much, but I found out about Northwest still on there. If you look right here on the camera, you'll see,
hold on, I'm not done getting it set up yet. We got our booth cam working. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our broadcast booth out here. Look at that.
And that's something that you usually don't see too often, specifically.
Yeah.
That's my motto. Red tails forever, red tails for life.
Oh, yeah.
Well, speaking of Northwest, I actually have one thing with me that I can show you as well, but I'd have to go and grab it. It's actually in my car right now, but I can go and grab it and show you.
Hey, if you want to go grab it real quick, go for it.
Play show and tell.
So we're going to go wait for Nick to do that. How crazy is that, folks?
2467 Minneapolis Tower, traffic 4 mile final, wind 200 at 5, runway 30 left, clear to land.
91 push approved, plan runway 17.
Okay, so Nick Lee is back. He has fetched the other trinket to show us.
Take a look at this. Metal bag tag with Northwest Airlines on it. You don't see those too often.
So was this back in the days of Northwest? When was that?
No,
okay.
These are custom made. There's a company that actually made some of them for me, and you are able to order them online as well.
Seems like it's been through a tour of duty or two.
It's been through a lot of travel, but they're still very good bag tags. The Delta bag tags are actually going to be like this for the new bag tags because they're all going to be aluminum metal bag tags. No more of the plastic bag tags for Delta.
Thankfully. That is a really cool bag tag, by the way.
Yep, and I'm surprised that I was able to get a company to custom make these for me, but they're like, yeah, we'll make some for you and send you out some. But they actually still make them because it's something that they overall sell a decent amount of them.
Delta 1037.
I know I'm in the market for a couple bag tags myself.
Anything Northwest, I'm all in.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, these are like 10 or 12 bucks for these plus shipping, which isn't bad at all for a custom-made bag tag, especially with you got the engraving on the back, but I'm not going to show that.
Yeah, we can't show the back, but here's a little bit closer view.
And you're able to get it in the Northwest red like that, in black, blue, silver, and a few other colors as well.
How are we liking that, everybody? Thank you for bringing that out. That was really cool.
Yep. I had it in my car because I was traveling, so I basically had it in there from one of my trips, and I haven't taken them out of my car yet. But speaking of bag tags, actually, now that I think of it, I also have one other one in my car because I was going to send these down to my brother down in Florida. But Delta actually made bag tags out of the 747s
32 Minneapolis Tower, Bravo, cross
for their 100th anniversary. You want me to go and grab one of those, Alex, so I can show them as well?
Endeavor 4805
call.
Minneapolis Tower, wind 200
I'll be right back.
All 2437, turn right on runway 4, contact ground point honor.
Right turn 4 and over to ground, Delta 2437.
Endeavor 5511, runway 17, line of point. Delta 2122, fly runway heading, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff.
Hey RJ, it's an X-Red Tail Delta A320 in charge of flight 2437 from Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, I just pulled that up and I see it.
Cross runway 17, continue Lima, cross the approach of runway 4.
Ooh, I see the tags.
Sky 3791, Roger, thanks. We'll get you moving here momentarily once we get
these
moving out of the Charlie team.
They're two tags
runway 30 right, clear to land.
that kind of, line up and go together as one.
Delta 1037, turn right heading 200, contact departure.
Wow.
We got a departure off to LAX.
That's 3675 Minneapolis ground, push approved, plan runway 30 right.
Turn left, heading 280, contact departure.
Heading 280 to 2122.
Endeavor 5511, fly heading 180, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
We also got Delta 1645. Going to go off runway 30 left.
Delta 2129, does that work for you? Got room?
Delta 2029, Minneapolis Tower, traffic 3 mile final to CRJ. Traffic will hold in position, wind 200 at 5, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, clear left.
Here's another X-Red Tail, another former Northwest A320.
Charlie, point 9, Delta 24.
She just got her salute.
Endeavor 4843, fly heading 180,
From
runway
Boise,
17,
Idaho. That's where this aircraft is coming from tonight.
You need to rerun.
This is Delta Flight 2467.
Good. Come back until you're behind Bravo 6, and then let me know when you're
I do my
pull up
ski
to the runway
trip in
from there.
early April, I'll be coming back from Denver on one.
Delta 2467,
AKA
Charlie
from
Gate,
Retail
Golf 1.
A320.
2467 F ground, roger. Taxi to Charlie and Bravo to the gate.
Say it again, sir.
Delta 2467, taxi Charlie Bravo to Golf 1.
Charlie Bravo to Golf 1. Thank you, Delta 2467.
Jet 3791, give way to 1 RJ out of 79. They'll be making a right turn to the north.
Those tags. He's trying to see, just showing me that these
join
tags
Quebec
they're so
and
thick
tip behind
that
Bravo 12 for the fuel burn.
don't want them to bend. Nope.
We'll see those in just a second here. We got an arrival on 30 left.
Plot point.
It's an Endeavor Air flight from Omaha, Eppley.
29 Minneapolis Tower, winds 200 at 4, runway 30 right, clear to land.
Secretary 657, push approved, plan runway 17.
Push 17, Sun Country 657.
And then following this arrival from Omaha, we have Delta 1645 with a 737-900ER.
We're going to Golf 14.
Off to Bismarck.
Roger, join Alpha down to Golf 14, Delta 2467.
Then Alpha to the gate, Golf 14, Delta 2467. Endeavor 4805.
Endeavor 4858 Minneapolis Tower, winds 200 at 4, runway 30 left, clear to land. Delta 1645, fly heading 300, runway 30 left, clear for takeoff. Endeavor 4843, contact departure.
5 minutes from Roger, taxi via Charlie and Papa to the gate. Just give way to an Airbus X-Thing 30, right?
Alright, Charlie Papa, we'll give way to the Airbus.
Delta 2246 minutes ground, push approved, plan runway 17. 2246 evening, push approved, plan runway 17.
Here's our Delta flight to Bismarck.
They're ready to move, so just follow them if you would. Point 3's right, taxi via Papa, the RJ is going to follow you.
Fast and Furious, Alex. Now as that one just rotated and headed out, we've got one coming in.
14 minutes ground, taxi Mike
Delta
Hotel,
2029
Alpha
from
cross runway
St. Louis,
4.
717.
Mike Hotel, Alpha cross runway 4, Delta 914.
You can always tell it's a 717 because they have those wingtip lights.
It's always fun flying on the 717s, but Delta, they're going to unfortunately be retiring them relatively soon.
For departure, taxi via Papa. So the 2610, give way to the Embraer off your right side. They're going to join Papa ahead. They're just making a left turn as we speak.
Available for 2029.
Affirmative, 2029, turn right on runway 4, contact ground point on her.
Oh, I just thought of this, you too. You know, when we just a little while ago had our United diversion, I think we should give a shout out to the cockpit pilot.
Hello, Delta
co-pilot
2029. We're on runway 4, going to gate Fox 4.
Safely here at MSP. Phenomenal
Fox 4,
job.
Delta 2029, roger, right turn alpha, taxi to gate.
Remarkably well handled. Well done, United crew.
Charlie and Alpha just joined behind the 7-1.
All the flight crew, they always do a good job no matter what airline you're on. They're always trained for every situation that can happen. I've even personally gone through the flight attendant training
for departure,
before
taxi,
myself.
Delta Sierra Kilo cross, runway 4.
Because even though this is such a big Delta hub here, you know, we're gonna help anybody that needs help at any time, no matter who it is, if they need to get down back on the ground.
Yep, that is true. It's always good that different airlines help each other out because that's something that they also even have interline agreements just in case if anything ever goes wrong, they're able to put other people on the different flights. So that's just in case they need to or something's going on. They're always friends with each other, even though they're competing airlines.
100%.
Papa to 30 ready.
That's 4229, turn left at Papa 8, join Papa, contact ground point on her.
Endeavor 4805, give way to the Embraer up at Charlie 19.
So, folks, we're going to celebrate here.
Heading 260, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
Big super chat coming through from Brandon Meyer. Thank you so much for the $50 donation drop here today on our live stream. Glad you could tune into some magnificent plane spotting on this Monday. Anyway, Brandon says, thank you for the amazing view of my home airport. You are welcome. My pleasure. This going there with Grandpa and having him talk about his Northwest Airlines days, going to the NWA employee store, tech hangar. Those were the days. I hope kids watch this and get inspired to take flight. Well, I do too. I'll echo that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's super cool.
2610, fly heading 300, runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
805, give way to the Embraer at 16 now. Xcash 4143, give way to the RJ right side. They're going to join Papa in front of you.
T8, turn right, Delta, contact.
Yeah, give way to the RJ. Give way to RJ Bean.
Yeah, those CRJs are always fun to fly on too, even though they're a little bit smaller aircraft. They kind of feel like a little private jet when you're on them.
Yeah.
One turn further left, heading 230.
Never been on one.
Who has the best CRJ 900?
I would say the best CRJ 900 probably would be either Delta or American. I've been on all the CRJs in everyone's fleet, but for me personally, I usually prefer going on the E175s versus the Embraers because you get a little bit more space and it's a little bit more, feels more of like a private jet than anything else.
321, that's near the tail. They're parking next door, then taxi
but there
Alpha 5
are a few benefits about going on the CRJs as well that you can do but they're mostly regional hopper flights.
Going off on the north side on 30 right, Delta 2610. This is an A319 ex-Northwest equipment.
Once you get out of your way, you can join Alpha.
And it is going outbound to Missoula, Montana tonight.
574 Minneapolis, evening, runway 30 left on departure, taxi via Whiskey.
Here's Delta coming in from Cancun.
19 Delta 827, good night.
You know, Alex, if you go to Cancun, you actually are pre-cleared when you go through Cancun, so you don't even have to go through customs when you come back up here.
Oh, interesting. Nice.
Yeah, so there's a few places around the world where you can actually get pre-clearance. Canada and Mexico are one of the places they can do that, and also Dublin has it as well.
Actually, you can sit behind them.
It's always interesting going through pre-clearance because then you arrive back here in the States on like it's a domestic flight. So you already went through customs when you left your airport that you're departing out of. I've gone through pre-clearance at Toronto coming back here. It was rather interesting to come back to the States on a domestic flight because I'm so used to going through customs when I land here in the States. But no, I already went through customs when I went back.
We've done that in Vancouver.
Yep.
F4229 approved as requested.
Yeah, we would disembark cruises there and go to the airport to fly back, and yeah, we would do it during our departure to head for home.
Country 657.
I've never been to Vancouver, but I've been to a few other parts of Canada before. But I'd say the most fun thing to bring back from Canada is their maple syrup and their maple syrup Coca-Cola, which is something you probably have heard of because they usually only have it in Canada.
I've tasted that, and all I can say, it is heaven.
Yes, it is very good, and
that and Japanese Coke is the bomb.
That's one of my habits. Whenever I go to international places, I always bring back some pop and soda to bring back to try. Always tastes different, no matter where you bring the pop back from.
So 2246 tower on 126.7.
With the different flavors of soda and pop, it's interesting trying the worldwide flavors and bringing them back here.
Apologies for not bringing this up as soon as possible earlier. Steve, thank you so much. Welcome to Main Cabin Plus, our newest MSP Airport Live member.
4143.
Very much enjoyed
runway 30 right, clear for takeoff.
all of your magnificent company here tonight.
That's 3675, Minneapolis, target 30 right, lot of point.
Okay, 1237, that's ground push approved, land runway 17.
So a little while ago, Alex, somebody was commenting about the control tower here.
2246 Minneapolis Tower at Alpha 5, cross runway 30 left, turn right on Whiskey.
Still watching, we can tell them why it is what it is.
1101, contact ground.
I will absolutely do that.
It's always interesting going into the FAA towers, because especially when they give you a tour, you learn a lot of different things that you would never have known about air travel. Especially with the controllers that have had multiple years of experience being a controller at the FAA towers. But sometimes it can be a little hard to get a tour of it, but it's worth the effort if you can actually get a tour of the FAA towers around the States. I personally have been to the one to the top of the tower at Las Vegas Airport. That was a very good view. I got to see the whole Las Vegas Strip, and I was telling you about this earlier, Alex, how the pictures from the top of the FAA tower made the Las Vegas Airport look like a miniature home airport.
One of those model airports that all of us die-cast and plastic aviation model collectibles people like to set up so we can display our aircraft all nice and neat and very nice way.
Well, that's something that I'm not able to share those pictures from the top of the tower as per request of the tower director at Las Vegas Airport, so I'm not able to send that to show the people on the channel, but that's something that I can at least say that's a very good thing.
They're on the move.
Oh, there we go. Delta 152 Heavies on the move to Paris. Oh, really good that they were able to get that mishap straightened out.
Right to left off the departure end.
At least it's better than
30 left. Turn right heading 340.
Near midnight departure.
Well, I understand that. I've gotten some long delays myself, especially with the long-haul flights. It was a giant mess out of Tokyo when there was the volcanic ash from Russia.
Nasty.
Well, I know my mom and I had one once coming back from Europe. Oh, yes, they flashed at us. Did I see the flash?
Nope. I was just pointing to our live view here.
Okay, I thought I saw like a light flash at us from over there.
You would know.
Okay.
If they were flashing light gun signals to us, you would know that.
1294 Minneapolis.
Alex Alejandro says, "G'day from Australia, guys. First time watching your stream." Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. There's a lot more great MSP spotting content. Spotting's been okay today, but it's not as busy as it can get, and as it has kind of been when we've been out here. So we're running a mixed flow today, which means that it's the least busiest from here, but even then, it's still pretty busy.
And to answer your question, Daniel, it depends on where you get the soda from in Canada. A lot of it's cane sugar specifically, and not glucose syrup. They usually use cane sugar, but sometimes they can use the glucose syrup, but it's mostly cane sugar in Canada specifically.
That's with the Canadian Coke.
But I'd say by far the best Coca-Cola that I've had would be the Australian Coca-Cola and Japanese Coca-Cola. Wouldn't you agree on that, Alex?
Yeah.
Of course, have we been anywhere where that's where you can sample them all? Like, say, the Coke Museum in Atlanta.
The Coke Museum in Atlanta is going there and doing a tour. They do have different flavors of Coca-Cola products from around the world, but they don't have standard Coca-Cola from around the world. They just have one from here, unfortunately.
Right, but at least you can sample.
Yes.
Just to try them.
In position, runway 3.
But they don't have my favorite flavor of Fanta at the Coca-Cola factory tour, but it's a little disappointing. If you're ever out in Amsterdam, go and try the black currant Fanta. That's some of the best Fanta you can get around the world, but it's only in the Netherlands. You can't get it anywhere else, unfortunately.
I'll have to try to remember that the next time I can get myself over there. I do have very good, close friends over there, so... And if you want to hear something interesting, they just not too long ago came over and did a trip, and they did Route 66.
Oh, okay.
So they flew into Chicago and spent maybe a couple of days. They've been to Chicago before. And then they hit the road, and they did the whole way out to, what is it, the pier out there that it ends at.
Heads up, guys. 152 Heavy is ready to rock and roll.
Go.
Flagship 458 Minneapolis ground evening, runway 30 left on departure, taxi via Whiskey. 30 left via Whiskey, Flagship 450. Super Tug 4 monitor tower 126.7.
126.7.
All right, here comes Delta 152 Heavy off to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. So let's step back, watch and listen to this giant get airborne.
Ground Delta 9966 Heavy taxi.
Delta 9966 Heavy ground 30 left for departure, taxi VL.
30 left via Alpha Delta 9966.
Fox 9, runway 17, taxi via Charlie 6.
330s are always fun to fly, and I've been on every single variant of Delta's fleet. But I'd say I prefer the 330. But Paris is actually a very fun place to go to, especially if you're into baked good pastries, the French baguettes and butter. Those that by themselves are a meal alone if you go over there. They're very good.
Well, if you enjoyed that 330-300 takeoff, how about some more A330 action tonight?
Okay, we'll follow United.
We've got Delta 9966 off to Detroit Metro. This is a non-rev. This is one of Delta's newer A330 Neos, and you can tell because of how clean the tires look.
Well, then speaking of Detroit, Alex, do you know that they actually started up some more 350 service out of Detroit to here during the summer? I was poking around on some flights to go down to Florida, and then I found out coming back from Detroit, you can fly the 350 back to here.
Yep. In the nighttime, though, Delta wants to keep those jets cycling as much as possible, because if they're sitting here, they ain't making money.
Yep. That is true.
So those short hub-to-hub hops that Delta has with the 359 from Minneapolis to Detroit and return.
It's always fun to do hub hopping.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a win-win because Delta, they get to keep those jets in the air making money, and we as Av Geeks get a domestic wide-body flight.
SkyWest 4236 Minneapolis Tower traffic.
So have you ever gone hub hopping before, Alex, or no?
Oh, yeah, I did.
You can monitor Tower 26.7.
You and I, that wild trip that we took in January of 2022, a mileage run in American, that wound up in the end seeing you, myself, and our friend Tanner get back here on Delta Airlines after American Airlines left us stranded in Phoenix.
Yep.
I have not flown American since that mishap.
I have flown American a few times since that mishap, but that's only partially due to me having one world and occasionally doing a cheap day trip on American to wherever. My most recent day trip was out to Boston Logan. That was a fun day trip. I was able to go to the BA Lounge.
It was very disappointing because American was not that bad.
But it never feels the same when you're used to flying just one airline.
Yeah, that is true. I'm mostly used to flying Delta. I've flown over 250,000 miles on Delta, and that's counting, and I'd be able to hit million miler probably within the next few years because of how much I fly specifically.
Turn right and the ground point 9
But over the past 4 years, I think I've clocked in over 500,000, probably close to 600,000 miles flown. So it overall is worth flying a lot, but the one thing that I will say, whenever you fly, just make sure to do your research and then fly an airline that will actually take care of you.
Code 2077 Minneapolis ground, already the gate's open, taxi straight ahead, Charlie, and Papa to the gate.
Here's United, 1237 off to Chicago O'Hare. It's an A319.
Turn right heading 360.
That gets the assignment for this particular service.
So do you think that 319 is going to go down to Chicago, pick up the pilots from the Dreamliner, and fly them back down there?
Don't know.
Mike cross runway 4, hold short runway 30 left.
I would doubt that.
Departure.
There's also a bit of wear and tear. Look at
the
space just below the front of the cockpit windshield. There's some paint coming off.
Oh, yeah. That sometimes can happen on the aircrafts from time to time. I've even seen it on some aircraft where you have to have the metal tape on the wings of the aircraft. I've mostly seen that on Dreamliners more than anything else, but still the paint can come off of aircraft, especially with the older aircraft, and they need to go in for a new paint job. But it looks like that United plane already has a new Evil Blue livery, so it probably had the paint job within the past few years, but I'm surprised that paint would have worn off already.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Well, that happens.
Yeah, that definitely can happen, especially with the temperature changes that these aircraft go through. You're going from on the ground where it's whatever temperature it is to negative 20 or 40 or whatever it is above the ground where they're at specifically, usually around 30,000, 40,000 feet, but it can vary on temperature.
Ground. Just wait for traffic to park at 13, then your push approved, 30 right.
And speaking of temperature, Alex, have you noticed that on the 738s and 739s, whenever you fly on them, it's always too hot or way too cold?
United 1237 Minneapolis Tower, traffic.
I haven't really thought of that before, but now that you kind of bring it up, you might be right.
Yeah, on some of them they're burning hot, and on some of them they're really cold. It's one or the other. It's never in the middle where the temperature's just right. It's always that way for some odd reason.
All right, so I've got a question. The flight that I'm coming back from Denver on has landed, and they're going over to the other side. They have an NA ending.
Turn right heading 340, then contact departure.
So the NA usually means Northwest Airlines.
Even though it's NA?
Yes.
Not NW?
Yes. Some of the Northwest tail numbers were NA or NW. So that's what you'll see on both of the aircraft. The NW
or also
ones,
NB.
Yes, that is.
November Bravo.
Yes.
Okay.
But most of the ones are end in NW. You'll mostly see the NW ones on the wide-body aircraft. specifically on the older 320s and 330s, but it can vary aircraft by aircraft. But you'll also see the NW on the 757 and the 757 300 and 200 different variants.
Because you know me, I'll be paying very close attention to that when I come back.
Yeah, I've lost count of how all the different tail numbers of all the aircraft that I've been on over the years because of how many flights I've done. Some years I've done a lot of flights.
You should start a list.
I really should start a list. There actually is an app that you can do that from. If you have an iPhone, you can use an app called Flighting. And that's something where you'd be able to track the tail numbers and all the flights that you've been on year after year, and you're able to keep a track of everything. But they don't have it for Android, sadly, so it's only for iOS users on the iPhones.
Well, then I'm out.
Delta 9966.
Same with me. I have a Samsung Android, so I can't use Flighting, but there are a few other aircraft.
Yeah, that knocks me out. Well, as I've shared on previous streams.
Well, here we go, 9966 Heavy off to Detroit. Cleared for takeoff on runway 30 left. Just got to wait for the Sun Country 737 to clear the runway.
78 Minneapolis Tower, nearest traffic 10 miles per hour.
Yeah, we don't want any more aircraft accidents here in Minneapolis like at the other airports.
They're rolling.
Pitch 44, may have receiving push approved, land runway 17. Push approved, 177, 40.
Bravo, start rolling Delta 28.
Yep, they're light.
Delta 9966.
Yep, they're definitely making a major bank out here in Minneapolis. Maybe that's partially due to the winds, or maybe they're running a little late.
Well, I know one thing for sure is it sure has calmed down because it was a little bit breezy out here earlier.
Yeah, the breeze isn't too bad. It's been 60 plus degrees here in Minnesota in March, which is usually unheard of. But then again, last year and this year, the winters have been unusually warm with barely any snow.
Got a 767 300ER arriving from Phoenix Sky Harbor. Talk about an equipment upgrade on this one.
Oh, yeah. So they're flying the 763s to Sky Harbor now? How long are they doing that until?
This is a one-off, but it's just an equipment upgrade.
Okay. Because I know during the winter they usually fly the 763s and 764s from Phoenix to Atlanta. I know that I've done that route, so I know about that, usually what they do on that. But that was during the COVID pandemic, and they were having wide-body aircraft here domestically. But now the wide-body aircraft are mostly going international these days. So there's not too much of the wide-body action anymore for domestic flights.
Yeah, I did that back in February of 22 when I was still down in Tampa. I went there to Atlanta and Atlanta Sky Harbor on a 7.6, actually both segments. They were flying between Tampa and Atlanta.
Yeah, the reason why they do that, Tampa is my second home airport since my parents and brother live down there. For the Delta, they actually are expanding their presence at Tampa International Airport. They're actually building a brand new terminal for Delta at Tampa International Airport.
Yep, Airside D.
Yes, Airside D. They're going to be putting in a brand new 18,000 square foot Sky Club there as well, which is going to be really nice. And they also are going to be doing a lot of different things with Tampa with Delta. But the reason why they were flying the 763s and 764s out of Tampa is because of the capacity. Everyone wants to go to Florida, especially during the pandemic, because the Florida was very open during the pandemic, and there wasn't too many restrictions out there for Florida.
Yeah, and then when I did that trip and came back, I have a cousin and her husband out there in the Scottsdale area. And then when I flew back, I specifically booked a flight back to Atlanta on an A330, former Red Tail. And I did have an issue with my seat on that day because there was an equipment change.
Yeah, In 2021 and 2022, I made a lot of trips out to Sky Harbor since one of my relatives was out there for college. So I was making a few trips out there every once in a while, especially during the winter. It was fun to go out to Phoenix, where it's warmer than here in Minnesota, especially during the winter. But Delta, they will be getting rid of the 763s and the 764s within the next few coming years. So if you want a chance to get on those aircraft, find the route and book the tickets for you to fly on those aircraft.
Yeah, it was an A330-2 to a 3 or vice versa. So I had picked up a seat upgrade, and with the aircraft equipment change, I lost that upgrade, so I had to deal with that. But, and then I was on a 75 from Atlanta back down to Tampa. That was back in February 22. So.
Yeah, I regularly make trips down to Florida, but this year it's been not too often. Same thing with last year, because last year I did more international travel than domestic travel. But this year it's been mostly domestic travel, going to and from Florida and to Vegas a few times. Basically, I've flown a little less this year, but I'm getting back in the pace of things and flying it more than previous years. But at least the fares haven't gone up too much, but they're not as cheap as what they were during COVID specifically. Because what was it when we went to Sky Harbor that one time, Alex? Was it like $100 or $75, or what was it?
It was a $148 fare, and that's for main cabin. That wasn't the economy price.
Yeah, I missed the days.
It was a mistake fare.
I missed the days of those cheap mistake fares of flying. But even though my most recent mistake fare was going out to Boston, I got it for, what was it, like 100-something round trip, 4 flights in one day, Minneapolis to Boston, or Minneapolis to Chicago, Chicago to Boston, Boston to D.C., and then D.C. to Minneapolis. It's a lot of flights in one day, but it was worth doing since I was able to go to the British Airways lounge. And the one thing that I will say about the British Airways lounge is that sometimes the lounge agents aren't the most friendly, because sometimes the people in the lounge, they don't let you in, and they deny you access even though you have access. I was actually denied access on arrival, even though I'm a BA Gold member, and I should add it later on flight in the day. They still denied me access, which they shouldn't have done that.
Wow. Tower wind 2006, runway 30 right, clear line.
However, American Airlines let me into their lounges with no issues. It was just the issue with the British Airways lounge, which I let them know about that.
I was just going to say, I hope you would have spoken up about that.
I did, especially with getting denied access.
Delta 605, Minneapolis Tower, winds 2006, runway 30 left, clear line.
But all the different lounges I've brought you to, Alex, what would you say that your most favorite one's been out of all of them?
Charlotte.
Charlotte is the most favorite. Did you like the Centurion Lounge or the Admirals Club better when we were out there?
Centurion.
Centurion, okay. Yeah, the Centurion Lounge is very
Never
good.
the Admirals Club. I just never.
Well, I will say this. The Admirals Clubs, they actually have improved. They're not up to Delta Sky Club quality, but they and Centurion Lounge quality, but they have improved.
If you have the option, though, you really want the flagship lounge. That's if you can get a flagship lounge, go to the flagship lounge.
Yes, the flagship lounges
are
very good. If you want to get access to them on domestic flights, you can either buy a day pass for $150, but if you want, not the easiest way to have access to the flagship lounges domestically is to have status on a non-U.S. One World carrier and get lounge access domestically.
Scott 4005, 2 left turns, pop at your gate, monitor ground point honor. Scott 5484, monitor tower 126.7. 2931, fly heading 180, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Delta 756, turn right heading 230, stay with me.
GE, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Great stream below from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Home of Punxsutawney Phil.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for the kudos on the good stream. Well, we try our best when we're out here.
Delta 1817 Minneapolis Tower, 5 and trail of
So folks, if you are enjoying our broadcast here today, drop us a like, drop us a subscription. If you want to follow us for some great live plane spotting here at MSP Airport and you want to get notified as when we go live from such a really fun spot to watch airplanes, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And as well, if you want to take it a step further and want to help support our mission and what we do here, providing live plane spotting content to our local friends here in the MSP community and beyond, consider becoming an MSP Airport Live member on either Patreon or YouTube. Memberships start at just $3 per month.
Just wrapping up the cross-fleet start.
All right, copy that. 5 foot of the gate, Delta 2664.
The 2931, turn right heading 230, contact departure.
Grumpy Forrester, thank you so much for the membership upgrade. Trying to bring it up on the
2962, roger. Stay on Quebec.
On the stream here,
and
of
hold
course.
for the gate, Charlie 16.
Technology loves to play
before we get close to your time.
play foul sometimes.
Charlie 16,
There we go.
Yes.
Guy was 3847, Minneapolis Harney, 30 right, line up point.
So thank you so much, Grumpy.
1308, Minneapolis
Much
Tower, wind
appreciated.
190 runway 30 left, clear to land.
Well, right now, Alex, we have a United E175 passing by us. Where's that one going off to?
That one there.
I'm
RJ is going to pull that one up.
They are headed to San Francisco.
Oh my, that's a long flight on a E175. Oh, that would be not comfortable doing that long of a flight on E175.
I've never been on one of them, so I would not know.
United's E175 seats, especially in the back and economy, they can be hard as rock seats. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that long of a flight on E175. However, Delta's flights are okay to do that on, but American, not so much.
So it's basically just the seats, it's not the space.
It's not the seat, yeah, it basically isn't the space constraint, it's the seat itself, because they're United seats, they can be hard as rock. Some of Americans can be as well, especially on the earlier aircraft.
We're flying heading 180, runway
However,
17, clear for takeoff.
I don't know if you've known this, Alex, but on the new Delta aircraft, they actually have the memory foam in the 321 Neo seats. So they actually are comfortable to sit in specifically.
Go 3847, wind 1907, fly.
So this arrival that we've just had is from Mexico City. Delta 605, forward northwest.
Runway 30 right, line up and wait.
It's an X-Red tail.
Yes,
605, minute
317
contact the
NB.
via Alpha, hold short of taxiway Alpha 7 right now.
And the one that's about to taxi by in front of us is headed to Orlando. Delta 2309, an A321.
The city of magic.
Delta 2145 up.
That's what I call them
We're waiting for
anyways.
you, monitor tower now 126.7.
Yep, and that's one of the things that I did before I came back up to Minnesota was make a visit to all 4 Disney parks. Took advantage of a great deal that came out in early part of 2022 for Florida residents, and you literally had to prove that you were one when you got the tickets.
For the Disney Florida resident rate, those rates are always good. I
Yes.
personally have taken advantage of it myself as I'm on my parents' lease down in Florida, because even though I'm down there, I still have to get added to their lease so that I'm able to get the benefits about it as well. Especially for like Universal or Disney, if you live in Florida or on the lease, or have a house down there that you rent out, so you're able to get added onto the lease and do it that way to get the Disney or Universal passes.
Yeah, when I went in and took care of it online, I took a 4-day, 4-park ticket. And during the process of purchasing the ticket, you had to verify that you were a resident down there. And then I drove over and back 4 different times to do it. In fact, I did 2 trips to do. I did the Animal Kingdom first, then the Magic Kingdom second.
Gavin 3649, turn for the right, heading 360, 360 in contact departure.
And then did the other 2 when I came back. So Disney Studios, and then the last one was Epcot.
Okay.
I wanted to do them because, I've not been back down there since I've been up here, and, I don't know when I'll get back down there. I've been, pretty happy and pretty content to be back up here after everything I've done and gone through to get myself back up here. But, of course, I do miss everybody that I know from my time being down there. There's no doubt about that.
Fly heading 180 for an hour, runway 17.
It's always fun doing a trip down to Florida every once in a while. Sometimes I'm down there once a month on average, but it can vary month by month. Especially I'm not going down there this month because the prices are ridiculous for airfare. You're looking at about $600 to $1,000 just to go down to Florida.
Oof, really?
Yep, or even more because of the spring break traffic.
Oh, yeah. Well, does it make any difference as to even what day of the week you were to fly?
No, it's still about $600 to $1,000 on average for Orlando, Tampa, and then a bunch of other airports.
Fort Lauderdale,
Miami are expensive as well.
Wow.
Especially Miami, because Miami is where all the college students go for spring break, and then they...
The beaches.
Oh, we're having trouble hearing you on the microphone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but basically with all the college students, they go down to Miami, and then Miami's a giant party city for spring breakers, so you never want to go to Miami during spring break.
Yeah, I don't think I would go down to Miami for that specific stretch of time.
Yeah. The only reason to go down to Miami is American's flagship lounge specifically. Because that's worth going to, is their flagship lounge. I've been to all their domestic flagship lounges. I'd say the best 2 to go to right now are Chicago and Miami. They both have very good breakfast, and they overall are very good to visit.
So as we continue our chat, this is Delta 2145 headed to San Diego. Heading over to runway 17 for departure.
For Delta 13's right, correct?
San Diego I've never actually been to. It's one of the places in California.
Whoa! C-130 going off north side on 30 right.
200 on contact departure.
As I say, fast and furious around here. It helps to have your head on a swivel.
Yep. You don't know what type of aircraft are coming and going. So
go back to the gate, Delta 13.
Oh, there goes another military aircraft, Alex, right behind it.
Oh, well, they're going in tandem.
Wonder where they're going off to today.
Probably a training mission.
Probably.
I know when I'm closer to home where I'm at and I see them, they're usually one behind the other, doing something.
Well, I know that for the military aircraft, you always get a good view of them when you go out to Charlotte Douglas, because they usually have, don't they have 4 C-140s, or what do they usually have out there, Alex? Because I know when we were out there, we saw 4 military aircraft of some sort.
Yeah, there would be C-130s.
C-130s.
And as people can tell, I mean, look, we still got, we got some daylight. I think, we are getting close to, or maybe we're getting a little past sunset, but it's 10 after 7 here in the Twin Cities Central Time Zone.
Well, we did have the time change on Sunday, so that's why we have more daylight right now.
It means that we can start earlier and end later.
Yep.
(2145), wind 206, fly heading 180, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
180, 17, clear for takeoff, Delta 2145.
So hello everybody, welcome back into the broadcast booth. I'm Alex, that's RJ.
Yep.
This is my buddy Nick.
My salutes give it away.
Yep.
For sure. And of course, I suppose the awesome Northwest Airlines Northwest cargo jacket. Where'd you get that?
All right, so there's a little bit of a story behind the jacket.
Okay.
During one of my shifts, we had someone bring in a donation, And of course, when we took care of all the paperwork and we put everything in the back room, I had seen something a little bit red and soft and cushy. And I said,
okay, I know where this is going.
Okay, I said, okay, what's this? So I opened up the box, saw what was in there, and I said, ooh, I need to really have that jacket because I really wanted to ski in it. Because I have a little, thing when I'm out skiing, when I'm, that I've shared. So of course I had to go through our higher ups with the History Center because it was brought in as a donation.
Okay.
And it took a little bit of time, and we tracked it down, and I found out, what I need to kind of contribute in order to get the jacket, and I took care of that. They brought the jacket back out to the museum when they found it, and I took care of all this. And
nice.
And of course, I had to add the cargo patch. Dad did also fly cargo, and so this goes along quite well when I'm out skiing, and I do my routine when I'm loading a lift, clear for takeoff. I don't like line up the weights. And when I unload at the top, for another run, it's turn and burn.
Nice.
So it's a great jacket to wear.
It looks like it too.
And of course, I have the red tails on the heels of my bindings, and of course, the red tail on the top of my car. I'm okay. A little obsessed with red tails, but hey, it's an okay thing.
3 mile final, wind 2105, runway 30 right.
I want to see if I can turn the camera around to get a shot of it here.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I hope that Delta does a retro Northwest livery like the other one.
Yeah, I really wish they would do something to commemorate the history.
They really should do that because that's something that a lot of the other airlines, they do the retro liveries, but Delta, they haven't done that yet because if you didn't know, Delta and Northwest, they didn't necessarily get along with each other the best when the merger happened. And there's still some of that stuff going on to this day at the company.
There it is, if it'll zoom. There it is.
Here, I got to lock it down first. Trying to get the camera
there we go.
In the right spot.
So 574, Memphis Tower, Alpha 7, cross from my 30 left, right on Whiskey.
Alpha 7, cross 30 left, right on Whiskey, Delta 574.
So is that dedication or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that is dedication.
So I'm not sure, of course, my car...
There it is, RJ.
Yep. So my car used to have OnStar, satellite radio back in those times because it is an older car. So that was the antenna for one of them, one or the other. Of course, neither one of them exists on my car anymore, but it's still there.
Yep.
It's not going anywhere. And I don't even go through a car wash with my car. I won't let a car wash touch my car.
Wow.
Oh.
Because I don't want anything to happen to that. Because I have seen other cars like mine that used to have one, but it's not there anymore. So nobody touches my car except me to wash it. Because so help me, if that ever comes off,
yeah,
I'll have a fit.
I don't think it would necessarily come off, but you can still. It's always good to hand wash your car.
So, I don't trust the car washes.
MS 4266 turn left.
For whatever reason, I've seen other cars like mine where they're not there anymore. I'm just not going to give it a chance to happen.
Well, that's super cool that you've done that little DIY mod, little homage to Northwest.
Oh, and speaking of Northwest and Delta, Alex, do you want me to ask my friends at Delta, see if they would be willing to let you do a little stream during the jet drag down in Atlanta?
I think I'm good. Thank you for the invitation, though. There's a lot of logistics and
4972
things of that nature that need to happen in order for something like that to take place, and that's something I don't think the channel is quite ready to embark on.
The right's available if you like it.
It is a really fascinating event, that jet drag.
Yes, it is. It's always fun to go to. Usually it's only for Delta employees, but it's still fun to go to. But overall, the jet drag is a nice event to go to because that's something that it's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society for all the people that have had cancer, and it overall goes to a good cause with Delta for the American Cancer Society.
Well, Endeavor Air, they have a jet drag with their only Embraer E175LR.
Taxi up 2, hold short, runway 30
out of MSP Airport that happens.
And then with Deltas, they like I was saying earlier, they usually get about on average $1 million towards the fundraising every year for or more to the American Cancer Society. It's mostly run by Delta employees specifically, but overall, it's still worth going to.
Taxi via Papa.
Papa 30 right, Delta 881.
Well, I wish we could broadcast for longer, but it's almost about that time to wrap it up.
Yep, it is sunset, so we had to wrap up the broadcast because we can't be here past sunset, unfortunately.
Well, I could remain a little bit past sunset, but they typically want people out of there right at dusk.
Yeah, it gets harder to see, too, because we just don't have the daylight.
And our cameras don't typically do too well with the low light, and just it's hard to see stuff anyway, so yeah, that's the reason why we're signing off here tonight from Minneapolis, St. Paul. But before we do that, final thoughts, RJ. Crazy Monday.
Oh, yeah, I mean... when I got word you were going to do a stream today,
2962 runway 30 right, line up and wait.
So I was finishing that up, and I said, okay, what else am I going to do today after I'm done with my haircut? Well, I had one thing on my mind, and I said, yeah, I've got time to get that in.
It's about around noon, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to come out here, and I'm going to do a broadcast.
Yep.
But yeah, the highlight, getting to see all the heavies. We had the United diversion, and glad that they made it back down on the ground, and they're okay, because...
Yeah.
And we were here for him here at MSP.
100%.
Your turn.
Well, it was overall a good broadcast, especially to see the United 7010. That's something we don't see too often, except for if you're down in Chicago or Los Angeles or a United hub.
Right, pick your major metropolitan airport in the country.
Delta might get the Dreamliner at some point because they're getting the Maxes, so they might get the Dreamliner.
Well, I don't know about that. They got a nice deal from Airbus, so they're probably just going to coast on that. I don't think we're going to see.
But the deal with Airbus is what
I don't think we're going to see any Delta Dreamliners, and if that does happen, I'll believe it when I see it.
There actually, if you give me a little bit of time, I can pull up a picture of a Dreamliner with the Delta logo on it.
Oh yeah, the 788, the baby Dreamliner that was originally ordered by Northwest, and Delta canceled that order because they had a lot of issues with the 7878 Dreamliners, especially those Trent 1000 engines as well.
Yep.
Just some of the earlier iterations of that engine was just not very reliable, and well, Delta decided that, hey, you know what, we're just gonna go over to your competitor and buy the 350 instead. I think that was a better decision.
One other thing, was it 5,000 subscribers?
Yes. That's another great point. We are over 5,000. I just want to give you all a big salute. Thank you so much for tuning in here today. And
don't forget about the giveaway that I have for you for the 5,000.
Well, we haven't announced it yet, but
okay.
Yeah, so we're not doing any giveaways just yet. We're not doing a giveaway. That is being contemplated. So I hold your horses on that because
line up and wait.
Yeah, just chill.
Endeavor 4972 minutes ground, what's the get?
Well, I know we've been planning it for a while, but I think everyone who would enter into it, they'd really like what we're doing. This is something that you can only get usually something that you when you're on.
17 taxi via Alpha Charlie, hold short on the 3 to the left.
Hint, hint.
As far as my thoughts on today, it was a lot more than what I was expecting. Stoked to get that diversion that arrived safely on runway 30 left with that Boeing 787-10 Dreamliner, the big Dreamliner. Really cool to see that for United. And it was in the older livery, too, not the Evo Blue scheme. It was in the older livery. I really thought that was cool. Of course, great to know that they are getting things sorted out and that nothing too major happened. So there's that. Really excited to see the C-130s. And really,
all the A330 departures.
Yeah, especially the extra A330s that we got today. That was really nice. And of course, 5,000 subscribers always feels really good. But no matter how many subscribers that we have, we appreciate every single one of you that joined our show today, tuned in, maybe for the first time, maybe you've been a viewer for a long time. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and for all of our crew here. We very much appreciate your viewership and support of this wonderful live streaming project. To all aviation enthusiasts here from MSP Airport, at such a truly fascinating place to watch airplanes.
Yep. Always
and we'll be able to go later into the evening as the days get longer.
Yep.
Yeah. Super pumped for the brighter days ahead. And also, a lot more stuff coming back. We've got our seasonal friends that'll return from over in Europe. We've got Air France and KLM that are going to start up here before you know it. We've also got a couple of up gauges as well at the end of the month to the early Amsterdam flights and the Tokyo flights as well. The A350-9. So we're going to have a total of 4 A350 routes daily in and out of Minneapolis, St. Paul. And, of course, we got Copenhagen and Rome on the 330s. We're going to get Aer Lingus back with the 321 XLR, KLM with the 787-9 Dreamliner, Air France with the same equipment. And we're also going to get Discover Airlines for the first time. They're going to take over for Lufthansa, as Lufthansa is going to take a step back. They're going to take a hiatus from serving MSP for about a year until they can get their fleet situation sorted out. So we hope that happens. They'll be back in 2026. But Lufthansa, they're going to continue to ride it out until the end of April. And then start of May, Discover's going to take over, and it's going to be very cool to see them. Plus, we might get Turkish as well. So always looking forward to...
We hear things, we turn and look to see what's going on.
Contact ground, point niner.
Yep.
Ground point 9,
100%.
Good night.
Go for 08 Minneapolis ground taxi via Romeo Golf, cross runway 4.
Romeo Golf.
And just before we say goodbye, we'd also like to let you know that our broadcasts are proudly supported by our wonderful friends over at DG Pilot, Aviation, Collectibles, and more. Visit them online 24/7 at dgpilot.com. And also by our amazing business partner, Jet Set
81 contact departure.
The Jet Set Life. Wear it. They have a ton of great travel and aviation-inspired t-shirts and apparel. They've got Antonov merch that you should check out. A lot of very fun designs. And, of course, we're going to be collaborating with them to come out with some MSP Airport Live merch. So go ahead and check them out at jetsetshirts.com. Well, folks, it's that time where we say goodbye. And we will be out here very soon for the next episode of MSP Airport Live. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on if you are subscribed already, to make sure you don't miss when we go live. And I have to bring this up. Grumpy Forrester, thank you so much for the 149 Super Chat. Got to get in one more audience mention here before we say goodnight from Minneapolis, St. Paul. Alrighty, everybody. For RJ Bean, Nick Lee, I'm Alex Redding. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the next installment of MSP Airport Live. Take care.
2268, runway 1.
Welcome to DG Pilot, Aviation, Collectibles, and more, and our St. Paul showroom and warehouse. From the time your order is placed until it is delivered to you, Our #1 goal is to provide you with the best customer service experience. That's why we're excited to take you behind the scenes today at our warehouse to provide you an up-close perspective of our model aircraft delivery experience. Our first step in the model aircraft delivery process takes place after your order is received. Our model aircraft delivery specialist will conduct a detailed inspection of your model for quality control to ensure we provide you with the highest quality products. Each specialist begins the inspection by removing the model from the box and performing a visual inspection of the model, checking features such as the wings, landing gear, and antenna, as well as the overall model for defects. After the inspection is complete, your model is reboxed and then prepared for packing. Each model is then bubble wrapped to provide an extra cushion to prevent any damage during shipping. After the bubble wrap process is complete, the model is then boxed for shipping. Our specialist then reconfirms your model is ready for shipping, attaches a shipping label, and then your model is sent out for delivery. We hope that you'll consider DG Pilot Aviation Collectibles for your model aircraft collecting needs. You can order products online at dgpilot.com or visit our St. Paul showroom where we have hundreds of model aircraft to choose from. From all of us at DG Pilot, thank you for your continued business, loyalty, and support, and happy collecting.